All right, I think we're live. Are we live? As always, if you can hear me and if I sound good, hit that number 1 in the chat box. Kyle, looks good. James, okay, good morning. Very good. Centered up here pretty for the most part. I'll look over. Good. Excellent. Excellent. You can hit that like button for you longtime viewers. If you know that you're going to enjoy, make sure we crank up that like button. Yesterday was a great day. Saraya, good morning. Good morning. And we are fully operational. Excellent. Excellent. Well, hopefully everybody's had a good morning. So, Parasite, good morning. I shoot people. Hey, Mommin's back. Good morning. I shoot people loud and clear. Today is my first day at Pam's plant. Plus 295. Remind me, shoot, people. Have you ever day traded futures before? Kusalama. Hello. Bruce. Hello. Mark. Hello. Jeff. Good morning. Nice. Already at 11 likes. We are off to a good start. Kusamala here. I'm not sure what that is in reference to. I was asking, I shoot people. If he's... Okay, you started trading options first. All right, good. So, I mean, I realize this may still be open-ended, but what are your thoughts so far on day trading options, which is what you were doing, and then you gave Pam's plan to try. You're now day trading futures. What are your thoughts on futures compared to options day trading so far? Patient trader, yeah, it was a good morning. Relatively anticlimactic. I think the market for the most time. We got another about three and a half ish pounds yesterday in about 2 hours. So we didn't find as many, but we found just bigger ones this time. So no, it was another. In fact, right before I hopped on, I was getting them all on the dehydrator trays because we're going to dehydrate some to save them because we're getting too many to. Well, I mean, I guess we really could eat them. They're that good, but we'd like to spread them out a little bit. So did some research on how to preserve them. So dehydrating is a way, and we do have a dehydrator. So that's what I was doing. I literally was like, what time? Oh, I got to get up there. Just living the simple life. I was just putting vegetables on a dehydrator. Morel mushrooms. So for those of you that are outdoors people, you know morel mushrooms. It's that season here in Iowa. And me and a couple of my daughters have been out picking them. First time ever doing it. It's fun. Like it's weird to think that hunting for mushrooms could be fun, but it's fun. And I think I would argue it's good for traders to do because it is a huge mental game. You can go on hot streaks where it's like, there's one, oh, there's 3, and then boom. Like 10, 15 minutes, nothing. So you've got to keep your cool, you've got to keep grinding, you've got to keep looking, you can't give up, and then just like that, oh, boom, there's one, oh, and then you hear like, because we're spread out, and then it's weird, because you hit those hot spots, we call them, and then, oh, I got one, and then you hear a daughter, my one daughter, I see 2, and then another daughter, like literally 10 seconds later, I got one. So I think morel mushroom hunting is something that all traders should do. It is a straight up mental game. Highs and lows, a lot of parallels. You're absolutely right about the Greeks and futures completely eliminates that extra burden. Yeah, all right, there we go. Looking like we have got our newest convert, someone that was day trading options, but now decided to give futures a try and is now saying, yep, it's better. How much time to dehydrate those mushrooms? It sounds like 8 to 12 or 8 to 10 hours. I forget. It's yeah, 8 to 10 hours at 120 degrees. Quite a pretty crazy move right here. When you stop and think about it, how nasty this pullback was. Came down, broke all these moving averages, the VWAP, and then just like that, back up, broke all these moving averages, all these VWAPs back to the upside. So that's some kind of crazy whipsaw action there. If that got you, I understand. no judgments on my part. I can totally see how that could get you. Well, you could probably sell your property for double the price, though. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that in and of itself could. I was gonna say maybe not quite pay the property taxes, but no, that's yeah, we're up to about 7 pounds of morel mushrooms, and these things, to build reference, I've seen prices and heard prices anywhere from $50 a pound up over $100 a pound for these certain type of mushrooms, because you can't mass produce them. They grow only in a certain area, more so the Midwest, and yeah, you just can't mass produce them. That's why. So it's just a supply and demand thing, and they taste like can't. They're so good. I'll put it this way: none of my kids like mushrooms, but with these mushrooms, every kid wants to eat multiple of them. Oh no. So I think I forgot to close all my orders because I got an email about my account closing while I'm at work. Oh no. Well, I have been there before. That is why the learning lesson of I did a video several months ago after the first test I passed, prop firm wise, and lesson number 1 in that video, the things I learned was learn to love that button right there, because that button right there on Tradeovate exits and cancels all orders out there, because it's so easy to forget about an order. And you've seen this, those of you on the live stream, you've seen me forget about orders and then get filled on the live stream itself. But it's very easy to do. And I've lost for sure one account, I don't remember, maybe a couple other accounts where I forgot about orders and I walked away, and then you come back to your computer and you're in, and then it's just a disaster. So yes, learn to love that button on Tradeovate. Get obsessive compulsive. I try to press it when every trade, as soon as I finish a trade, I try my best to remember to come up there and hit it. If I'm going to step away from my computer, I try to remember to click it real quick. Still working on building that habit, but yeah, got to learn to love it. YouTube don't want me watching you, no notification again. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. That's weird that it's not giving notifications. So just as a reminder, we are going for 100 likes to keep the live stream going beyond 2 hours. So if you've been here before and you know that you're going to enjoy, friendly reminder, hit that like button. If you're new, hey, it's great to have you. Welcome. No need to hit that like button because I totally understand you don't know if you're going to like this or not. But if you have been here before, make sure you hit that like button. And let's get this up to 100 as quick as possible. Doesn't that look like a wedge forming? Yeah, I mean, it'd be an overall wedge. If that's what you're saying, wedge, I don't know, are you talking about this little wedge right here? So yeah, it's basically a little bull pennant that is formed right now. We have that part, we have that part, then we have the big upwards move. So there is our bull pennant pattern. So if you are a lover of bull pennant patterns, here you go. Here you go. We'll see what it wants to do. Bruce, yeah, unfortunate, but Pam's plan only lost 100. I imagine forgetting to close. Oh yeah, exactly, Evil Shaddix. That's oh man, that'd be scary. To leave an order open on a live account, which I've done before. It can work out not so good. All right, we are at the top of that pattern. I'm going to delete that out so we can just watch the trend line itself. Is anybody buying this break? I don't like how this move started down here, and then I was all the way up there, so I'm going to pass on buying the trend line right now. It seems a little bit overextended into the break. But we do have a record of this one liking to move like this today, so who knows? Is this going to be the next kind of new grind up through here? Like I said, I don't feel totally comfortable buying the breakout. So I'm going to pass on it. But yeah, if you're seeing something that's making you think we're going to get another one of these straight up moves where it really doesn't care about being overextended, then maybe you're buying the breakout right now. But little too leery for me. Well, that's the thing. Hindsight on these live streams sometimes has me looking like a very smart person. But this is one of the times where it's having me look like a very silly person. So to any of you that disagreed with me and are like, no, Clay, I see this, this, and this, which makes me think that's going to be a breakout. Congratulations. I nothing but respect for thinking for yourself. Nothing but respect. You got that one. You played that one well. All right, we're now at these highs right here. So 19,600. Big harm. Good morning, Clay. Clay, I've been a sub for a long time. This is my first time watching you live. Great. I really want to get into the world of day trading, but I'm worried that I will never understand it. what don't you think you're going to understand? I guess would be my first question. I'd be interested in potentially buying a back test. Although that'd have to be a pretty big pullback just to back test this breakout point. Maybe this former breakout area right here. Yeah, I'll buy a couple right there. I'm just going to well, I've been on micros for a while, but you know, because I'm green on this account, so this is some quality movement. We're even too. Okay, so you're feeling overwhelmed is what you're saying. Because don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but is it complex? Not necessarily, but I can see how you would think that and feel that it's complex, because I'm assuming that I don't. Is your model, hey, it's all for free on the internet, so I'm just gonna learn from the internet? Is that kind of big harm 56? Is that kind of been your attitude? It's all for free on the internet, so let me just go learn. Gonna get my next account running next week. Kind of bummed after that. I'm just gonna chill for a bit. Yeah, I just something to consider, Evil Shaddix. If you got your account going today, you can just do flip days, and that's it. So at least while you chill, I have no problem against you chilling, but you might as well do some flip days. So when you're ready to go at it, you might already be at day 3 or 4 on your account. So totally chill, but just do a flip day, be done, and then go chill. But at least you got the clock ticking again. Yes, in a way. Yeah, well, I mean, I appreciate, but that comes with if you want to go the route of why would I ever pay to learn how to trade? It's all for free on the internet. Well, then, yeah, you can get overwhelmed in a hurry because there's a ton of information out there. Lots of it is bad information, but even if you're somehow able to pluck out all the good bits of information, which is highly unlikely because when you're new, you don't know what you don't know, and part of that is you don't know what's good information versus bad. But like I said, even I just say somehow you're able to pluck out all the good bits of information, well, then you still have to know what order to learn about that information, or else you're going to get totally overwhelmed. Let's say you pluck out all the good bits of information on math, but you start learning about multiplication, and then you learn about calculus, and then you learn about subtraction, and then you learn about trigonometry, and then you learn about differential equations, and then you learn about addition. Right? That's going to be totally overwhelmed. So I'm just going to throw this because you've admitted to being overwhelmed. So if you're interested in a totally structured program, so I sell nothing magical, but I do sell structure. I sell, my goal is to prevent the overwhelmed feeling because we take it step by step and each step makes sense. So it's been developed since 2013, so it's very fine-tuned. So if you want to check that out, that is what I have to offer. If you don't think that you can ever learn, well, there you go. If you're looking for structure, if you're looking to not be overwhelmed, that will kill the overwhelmingness. I like the idea for flip days while chilling. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing is, it's good. It's very responsible. I just need to chill out. So I'm just not going to do anything. Well, it's like, well, wait a second. Let's at least keep the clock moving for those accounts. So a flip day allows that to happen. Then calculus with analytical geometry. Yeah, exactly. And then after that, you go back to learning about, how to, what a number is, just how to count to 10, right? Nice. Already at 32 likes. Very good. Very good. Was hoping this would come down. Didn't I have an order out there and I canceled it? I don't know why. Okay. I would have not been filled anyways. That makes me feel better. Right? Am I crazy? Can somebody... Didn't I have an order at like right here at like 580 sitting out there? Or is my mind already starting to go out the window? I could have sworn. Yes, you did. Okay, thanks, Bruce. All right. Well, that makes me feel better because that movement came down there, but it would not have filled me anyways. So that would have been kind of irritating had I don't even know why I canceled that order out. But that, like I said, makes me feel better. It came down, but still would not have filled me. Hey, Judd, good to see you. No. I think I did Bruce, who I trust, because Bruce has been a longtime viewer. Bruce said I did have an order there. But I don't know, Mom, and maybe that note is in reference to something else. It's definitely tricky on the live stream to know sometimes what messages are for what comment. Well, and on this one, I would say the target at this point is might as well go to that overnight high. And that white line also represents the high of the day. So, I mean, looking back, no, it doesn't. There's no guarantee. So, I'm not saying the price goes straight up there, but all I'm saying is when you look back this way, notice how there just isn't any congestion points. It's pretty much kind of a little miniature blue sky breakout. I did, yeah. We found another about 3.5 pounds yesterday. So, we're up between Saturday night when I went by myself, Sunday afternoon, me and 2 daughters, and then last night, me and the same 2 daughters because we're all learning. We're at about 7 pounds total. And this is from there's a creek that goes through it. This is just from one side of the creek. And we have not even walked the entire creek. So today we want to hop over to the other side because we're noticing some certain bushes. They kind of, we call them gold mines. Because each morella mushroom, again, these mushrooms go for between, I've heard $50 a pound, $100 a pound. Somebody was trying to sell them on Amazon for $189 a pound. But anyways, so we call them little gold bars, each one. And then now we call certain like bush formations gold mines. So we notice some gold mines over on the other side of this the creek. Orders are green lines. Yeah. Well, it depends what the order is. So if I want to go short, it's red. If I want to buy, then yeah, it's green. So it depends on if you're buying or shorting, or buying or selling. Opened my account this morning, made a few bucks learning the new platform. Okay, Wes, I remember you from yesterday. What were you day trading before you just have now trying Pam's Plant Futures? I went back check. Okay, thanks, Mom, and for actually going back and checking. Watched the replay, had an order there before about 30 seconds while you were talking about something else. Then you just, okay. Okay, stocks and options. Okay, I know you're still kind of fresh, Wes, so maybe you can't give a conclusive. But what are your thoughts so far on how futures trade from a day trading standpoint compared to stocks and options, Wes? What are your thoughts on that? Foraging for Pam. Yeah, exactly. The real life version of Pam's Plant. And by the way, when I say Pam's Plant, what am I referring to? I'm referring to this. If you are a day trader, the most efficient, the most effective, the most risk responsible way to approach day trading is day trading futures through a prop firm. And this is an unbeatable idea. Nobody has been able to show up since over the course of the live stream to tell me how this is a bad idea. Nobody has been able to tell me how this is a bad idea once you break it down. Again, in the category of day trading. And it's about efficiency. So, well, I day trade options and I've made money today. I'm not saying you can't make money day trading options. I'm saying you are not being efficient. I'm saying you were working harder, not smarter. But Pam's Plant is all about working smarter, not harder. So that's why I like to ask people that have they were day trading something else and now they tried Pam's Plant. So that's why I asked Wes. He was day trading stocks and options and he just gave Pam's Plant a try. Today was his first day doing it. So that's where I'm awaiting. How does he think? Because I contend that futures move way better than stocks, options, Forex, and crypto. Oh, there's the back test right here. All right, let's see if it wants to come down a little bit more. I'm watching that 21 EMA, actually, that green line. Look at that, right off of that trend line. I still like it, though, with the 21 EMA, but maybe I'm being too... and I just feel like, because, check it out here, how it's been respecting it very nicely. Come on. Come down a little bit more. Childlike Innocence, I'm off today, so I decided to come hang out. Pray that God continues to bless you. Well, thank you, Childlike Innocence. And glad you have you hanging out. Do you stack to open your account at that? Man, it's very easy. It's very straightforward. The only thing that you have to really remember is this phase of it. So you'll just select the purchasing power, and then during the checkout phase, it'll say what platform do you want to use. And assuming you want to use the one that I'm using here, you would just select the Tradeovate option. But you do not need to go to Tradeovate and create an account at that site. Take Profit Trader will do all that for you. So they'll create the account, they'll send you the username and login and the password and all that, and then you can log right into Tradeovate itself, and then you can get right to it. But I promise you, there is no video needed on how to go through the checkout. It's just follow the instructions. I promise you can do it. Come on. Come on. Well, I mean, it's easy for me to say, oh, yeah, I would have had my order right above there. But I think I was going for like right at the 21 EMA. So when I look, you can see that the price didn't quite hit that green line. It got very, very close, but didn't hit it. So even if I had an order sitting out there, so had I done something like this, and I just had my order sitting out there, I was just going to try to buy at the press the button when it got down there. But even if I had done that, I still would not have gotten filled. Because I was, if I'm being brutally honest with myself, I was going for that green line itself. Yes, the hindsight voices were like, oh, no, yeah, you would have had your order like right there, Clay. No, I don't think I would have. So, well, anybody that actually would. So here, okay, context. What are you doing? Why are you being so picky? Well, because I'm nice and green on the day. And if I don't get any more trades from here on out, like, okay, I'm not that worried about it. But yes, I was probably being a little overly picky there to want that line exactly, but it is what it is. Is it a US-based prop firm? Do you have the more Mammon? Come on, Mammon. Dude, look. This is all, I mean, Pam's plant right here. This is what I meant yesterday. Are you sure you're listening to what I'm talking about here? Right here, the very first thing. There is none. There's none. Come on, Mammon. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, Mammon. Oh yeah, the taxes. That was something. So for 25K contest, I accidentally put order for 10 contracts sold very quickly. Do you think I will have to start over? Why would you think that, Soak Parasite? Alex Saver, with rhythmic data feed, is best to use it, or is there a specific default with Tradeovate? I'm not very familiar with rhythmic, so just kind of do whatever you feel comfortable with rhythmic. But yeah, no, I don't think there's any sort of quote-unquote special default with Tradeovate. I just happen to use Tradeovate. How about a video on Tradeovate setup? Yeah, I have that already, Todd. If you go to claydraw.com blog and then type Tradeovate over here, I guess I can link you to it. So right here is is that the Todd that asked? That is the Todd. There you go, Todd. You can check out that. Why do you use Tradeovate over NinjaTrader? I just like Tradeovate better. Just personal preference. I didn't saw it. I'm working on something at the same time. Yeah, that's always an interesting dynamic of live streaming too. Like if this was the real world, like can you imagine walking into a meeting? And I realize this is not a meeting. I realize it's not the real, but walking into a meeting and like while the meeting's happening, you're like working on something else. And then you're asking questions that the boss just got done talking about. He's like, hey, I just talked about, yeah, I know, I'm working on something else still. So I'm only kind of paying attention. Again, I realize this is not a meeting in like a corporate setting. So it's an apples and oranges parallel. But all I'm saying is it's just an interesting dynamic how because it's a live stream, people feel totally at ease to kind of partially pay attention and then start asking questions that were literally just answered. And like, but people have no fear about that because it's just, it's online. We're not like sitting next to each other or anything like that. So it's just funny how, or like even when I do my webinars for like my in my mentorship program, people will show up like in the chat box. They'll show up late and be like, "Hey, hello," and it's like, can you imagine doing that in the real world? You walk in late to a meeting, and as you walk in, "Hey, hello," like it's just a funny disconnect between the real world, like how you would behave, and then the online world, live streaming, the webinar, stuff like that. It's just funny. Can you touch on the copy trade, please? Oh, yeah. So what he's referring to is this copy trade, nuclear explosion growth. So with prop firms, you are able to get multiple accounts, and then you can copy trade them. So when you copy trade, If you were to, so with Take Profit Trader, that's the prop firm that I use and recommend, especially if you're a beginner prop firm trader. Definitely start with them. Then you could get more advanced and get more accounts. But with Take Profit Trader, you can have up to 5 accounts. So with copy trading, if you have 5 accounts, you could make one trade, and let's just say you make $500. But if you make that one trade and then you copy it to your 4 other accounts, well, you just made that one trade 5 times. So sure, your trade only made $500, but because it was copied to those other ones, you just walked away with $2,500. So that's the power of copy trading is how you can. I'm potentially interested in looking over the 5-minute. If it can get down to 42. What is that right there? I'll go right there. So if it can get, so you know, you make one trade, you copy it, so the growth can be very, very explosive. Now, of course, that's a two-sided coin. If you decide to go total moron mode with that one account and that one trade, well, then that's also going to be copied to your 4 other ones. So obviously be disciplined and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's how copy trading works. Hey, we're not quite at 50 likes. If you are enjoying, let's get this up to 100 as quick as possible. But we're not even at 50 right now. So if you are enjoying, if you have not hit that like button, make sure you do that. All right, it's coming down to this area here. And with stream, you rarely go back because then you're late on everyone watching. How do you copy trade? Tradeovate has a built-in thing that you can do. There's also third-party software, stuff like that. So, but Kelvin, I think if I remember right, you're with Tradeovate, so you can just do that within the Tradeovate itself. So is there a setting to do the copy trades that I assume somewhere? Yeah. Again, it depends on what platform you're using, but Tradeovate, it's called grouping your accounts together. So you group them together, and then that's how you copy trade. Yeah, you can copy trade on the test phase. I think this trend line has done its job. Let's get a new one in play here. Yeah, I think that one's got some spice behind it. Hey, there we go. Only 2 away from 50. We got 2 more likes out there. Let's just get this up to 50. Then we'll make our push up to 100 so we can ensure that this stream goes beyond the 2-hour mark. We need to get up to 100 likes in order for it to go beyond 2 hours. So we're off to a good start. So if you are enjoying and you want the party to keep on moving, then hit that like button. All right, it's approaching. Ooh, this is almost like a build. Do I build and then just put my line in the sand and stop down there? I could do that with 1, go up to 4. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yes, I'm kind of talking to myself. Hey, there we go. 56, just like that. We're off to I like this group. This may be another record-setting group. We'll see what happens. So I've been watching the 5-minute, and you can see the 5-minute came right down. Almost. But look at this. Look at the 5-minute, how it's respecting that 200 period. 3 in a row right off of that pink line. So that's why I'm once again watching that pink line there at the 540 mark. So we'll see if it wants to come down to 540. See if we can get another bounce off it. Kelvin, join the community, man. Just join the community. We go over that all the time in the community. All the time. So much so that, as you can see, I'm like, I don't feel like talking about it. Yeah, and it's $99 to join the community, dude. Just join it. You can afford it. You've spent way more on test accounts. Just saying hi. Watched you many years ago when I was trading options. About 2 years ago, I switched to futures and never looked back. Cool to see you trade. Yeah. Okay, so X-Blader, I think. So what are your, well, I mean, you already answered it. When you hear somebody say they used to day trade options and then they switched to futures and they've never looked back, yeah, that's what I keep trying to tell people. But if you are here And if you day trade options, you are not being smart. You are not being, you're literally, you're doing things so inefficiently. So inefficiently if you are a day trader of options. And I understand a lot of people, they day trade options because they don't have a lot of money. So they think that's their only chance because, okay, at least options move quickly and I can try to grow a small account. There is a better way. There is something that moves even better than options does. And even zero DTE options. Yes, even better than zero DTE options. And you barely need any money at all to get involved and get started with it. And that is Pam's plan. But if you are a day trader of options, goodness, that is so inefficient. That is so just unwise. Yeah, Bruce, same to you. You should have joined the community too a long time ago. These people, it's like, nope, I'm not going to join. But I'm going to drop tens of thousands of dollars. I can't afford to join your little $99 community, but I can afford to go through $10,000. I guess it makes sense because if I'm just going to sit here and answer all your questions for free all the time, I guess why join? But that's why there reaches the point. Some of you, it's just you're just going to get the Kelvins. Yeah, just join the group, man. So you can pass a test 5 times at once. Correct. You can also fail the test 5 times at once. So just remember, that is a two-sided coin. How do you add the realized P&L on your positions chart? I'm not sure what you mean by that. This stuff down here? Hey, Wes finally got back. Agreed. Check out that video. I tagged Todd in a video right here. I think it's still up. This right here. This video tells you how to set up the platform exactly like I have it here. Agreed, futures move better. There we go. Yet somebody else that just as of yesterday was a day trader in stocks and options, and he was open-minded enough to give Pam's plan to try, and now he's saying, yep, they definitely move better. When you place an order with take profit and stop loss, can you close position earlier to take profit before you're... Yeah, you can adjust things whenever. All right, all right. Come on. Down a little bit more. Or is this some sort of... No, thank you, Wes, for being open-minded enough to give Pam's plan a try. No, Captain Obvious. Pam has 2 S's. 1 M, 2 S's. Right here. 2 S's. 2 S's. What was that? Yeah, well, I mean, I already explained why I'm being picky. But no, that's not picky. That just makes sense. You got this big congestion right here. Seems like it'd be plausible for it to... Oh. Come on. Is Pam's plan the short version of Pamela? No, Pam's plan is just what I came up with to be able to explain the argument of why day trading futures through a prop firm works. It's not the short version of anything. It's just what I could come up with. You know, I probably should just be buying here, and then I can put a tight stop loss below this. Just like this. I don't know. Or else do I get extra spicy and try to... Nah. Is this actually a short? Am I trying to catch a falling knife right now? This is seemingly a pretty rock solid... You would hope a rock solid area, but that's also... If it does not hold, then it's just the trigger point. If this level cannot hold, that this thing's actually now gone in a bear mode, and this is all I should be shorting. There you go, Captain Obvious. Or Captain Oblivious, excuse me. Good morning, Clay. On my way to Vegas to work, but I'm still learning. Oh, to work. All right, good. I was going to say, I'm glad on my way to Vegas to gamble. But you're to work. Okay. But still listening, learning a lot. Good, Nero. Glad to hear that. This might be silly, but let's see. Where is that right there? All right, what is that? Okay, I'm in short. We'll see if this is somewhat of an overall downtrend, or is this the start of a bigger bounce? Take that nice little scalp there. I don't remember what I was at, but I know I'm up higher than where I was. So there you go. Nice little scalp to start the day. Not not to start the day. The live stream. For the live stream start. This trend took 2 or 3 bounces to get fully filled on that congestion, but I went long and made a nice little buck off that candle. Oh, off the one that I shorted? You made some money off that one? $150 times 5 on the copy trade. I did what? So you have 5 accounts right now, Kelvin, and you're copy trading them? Is that what you just? I'm not quite sure if that's what you said or not. Yeah, I don't know if I trust this anymore as a long. So then, see what I mean, dude? Like, don't ask me, like, hey, how do you do it? You apparently just figured it out all by yourself in like 2 minutes. So, yeah, give yourself more credit. That's crazy, man. Literally 5 minutes ago, you're like, hey, how do I copy trade? 5 minutes later, yeah, I just took a copy trade, 5 accounts. You made $150? Or those are 150K accounts that you're doing? I'm not quite sure what you meant by that comment. Yeah, see what I mean, Kelvin? Give yourself a little bit more credit. Don't be so quick on the judge. Like, hey, can you spoon feed me real quick? You seem like a smart little young chap. I'm doing 4 150K accounts. You're using code Clay for all those, right, Kelvin? Code Clay? Should I be telling my kids that they're eating good tonight because Kelvin's taking care of them? Well, now we got an interesting. For 2 of them? Pff, wow, Kelvin, I thought we were friends, man. I'm going to take this long. Oh, I missed it. Man, Kelvin, you're driving me nuts, man. Driving me nuts. Yeah, no kidding. Kelvin blasts me with 8 million questions and then can't even use the code. Insane. Insane. He's going to send me to early retirement from the live stream. I still like this for a long 5 minutes looking. That's all right. I'll have a small risk. I got plenty of wiggle room. Let's see if it wants to come down a little bit more. There we go. So let's see if this thing wants to bounce. So that is my first target, that red line up there. All right, I got one left now. I'll put in the green. So this will be a winning trade no matter what, but so I'll move this up as it goes in my favor. Let's get right below VWAP now. So I'll slowly follow it up with my stop. I'm going to put it right below that low of that candle there. So let's see if we can get this thing to pop some more. All right, out there for a winning trade. Just scalp that candle. And where's your stop loss at, Kelvin? I appreciate you giving your trades ahead of time, but remember, part of that is, well, where's your stop? So you're going to short at the purple line, but where's your stop? Honestly, that's not a terrible trade because you got a double. You got the purple line, you got the green line, and you have the trend line right there. It's like a triple whammy of resistance. I'm going to have to join you on that one. In there short. Come on. So my stop is the green line now. So we'll see if this wants to come back down or if it's just going to come up and knock me out. Uh-oh. And out. All right, Calvin, that one didn't quite work out. For me, at least. Oh, I like that, though. I would take that again. Man, all sorts of resistances, and it ultimately just didn't care. That one get you too, Kelvin? Hopefully you had a stop in. Again, BK Dot, we talked about this yesterday. I'm trying to eliminate the broad statements around here. Bullish on ES. Okay, what does that mean? How are you going to capitalize on the bullishness? Because if someone's like, I'm bearish, and then the price goes down, oh, wow, I would have made money. And you probably know this, that's, okay, well, no, that's not quite how it works. Just because you're right from a general statement standpoint doesn't mean you would have actually made money. So how do you plan on making money? Like, what's your entry point? Where's your stop loss at, the BK Dot? You're bullish? Okay, so then you're looking to go long. Where are you looking to go long at, and where's your stop at? Let's get those numbers. Apple Trader 25. You're a mod. I don't know. Somebody just changed your name on me. Toying with me. But yes, I agree. Smash that like button. It broke your trend line. Yeah, it did. It did. Trend lines are made to be broken. Up 2,800 on the day again. Calling it here before I ruin it. Have a good day. Well, congrats, Strand. Good job. Oh, all right. I thought it might be you. You not entering long. Correct. Did you enter long, Alex? I shorted at the trend line. I should have went long. I would have made money. I shorted those, so therefore I lost money on it. I would take a short. All right, thank you, Matthew. I like this. Look at this. This is how you do it. I would take a short at 586. Okay, so he would get short up here, and then his stop is at 94. Oh, 86, which is about here. Then his stop is about 94. All right, hey. Matthew De Guzman. That's how you do it right there. That's how you talk. Whoa. Oh, it did us dirty, Kelvin. Did us dirty. Yeah, that was just too much of a storm. Yeah. Came up and, man, did us dirty, Kelvin. I took a long on NQ. Well, I don't know where you took a long at. Hopefully it's like down here and you didn't take a long up here. I'm going long at the green line now since... Oh, man, you just got roasted again, Kelvin. Man. Yes, I took at bottom. All right, where's your stop loss at, Ferris? Want to short at 620. Okay. Not a little bit of ways from that one. You're still in, though? Okay, so now you're just holding and hoping. I got you, Kelvin. What? What? You get in here and you're still in after this big old move down? Where's your stop at, Kelvin? Or is your stop loss just the account itself? Is this just accounts getting roasted or I'm having a green trade? Is that where you're at right now, Kelvin? Yeah, okay. Kelvin is just on this trade, no stop loss. He's either going to lose his accounts or it works out for him. No stop loss, but come on, man. That's got to be for ironic. That's got to be for like comedic irony, right? That's funny. No stop loss, but I'm serious. No, you're kind of not serious on this account if you're not going to use a stop loss. Like if you're just like, this account is roasted or I'm going to make money. That's kind of like not serious. So, no stop loss, but I'm serious. No, I don't think you're serious. At least on this trade, you're not. Yeah, stop losses are for quitters, hero, or zero. Yeah, well, his account's going to get liquidated if it pushes down through, I think, this pink line here. I'm thinking highly, very much so right now, of a short. I just like to see it consolidate out a little bit more, but... Yeah, if it breaks down through these lows, I think Kelvin's going to be resetting some accounts. Hopefully this wasn't on a copy trader for him. Oh, all right, he just doubled down at pink. All right, well he's doubled down now. If it breaks through this crosshair area, I'd look for more pain. I could see it now looking to potentially head down and visit that purple line right there on the 5-minute 50 period. Again, no guarantees, but that's really, the next area of support right at that area. Nothing but respect to Kelvin, though. He is talking. He is walking us through his trades as they happen. So nothing but respect in that regard. Got to give respect where respect is due. At least he's not, armchair quarterbacking us, giving us broad statements, stuff like that. So in that regard, nothing but respect. With a no stop loss, we're going big or going home. But hey, the only reason why we know that is because he's just straight up being transparent and letting us know. So again, for that, respect. Kelvin, where do you get liquidated at? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Maybe he's got more room to add. I don't know. Oh, boy. Oh, now we're right at 500. Big old round number. 500 fails. Well, yeah, I know you're still in because you're either... Okay, you must have started off with super small size. I don't know how you're still not liquidated yet. This has gone like 50 points against you from your first entry point. So that must have been a super small entry. Because it's now 50 points against you. What is your current position size? Oh, 2 contracts each account. Okay. He might get his bounce here. Let's see what the 5 minute can deliver. If he can get a hammer candle on the 5 minute. With that said, if this thing rolls back over, Paulo, today's the first day on the pro account. I made You made 77,350 in one day. Good job, Paulo. That's I can see how you were close to blowing the account or losing the account. I can see how that would also be a wild ride. And Kelvin. There we go, Kelvin. Well, congratulations, Paulo. First payout. Awesome, awesome. Great job. Well done. Yeah, so what do you think your total cost was, Paulo? And what will your payout be? I'm done at 450. Just going to enjoy your stream, Clay. It's my first day on the message. All right, so you still in... Wow. Wow. Kelvin is the GOAT. He's like, I'm not getting out. I'm buying more. And he's all out. All right, Kelvin. There you go. But yeah, good job, shoot people. Again, if you are enjoying, hit that like button. We're going for 100 to keep the stream going. I think we're going to hit it. But if you have not used your like yet, and if you're enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. I'll go for 2 hours, but if it's going to be a longer than 2 hour stream, we've got to get that up to at least the 100 like mark. What? Are you Catholic or Christian? I see another 100 point up. Man, that was quite the change of topic in question. Man, that was Kelvin, I feel you. Get it back in the blood. All right, Kelvin, you just let me know what the next trade is. Kind of choppity chop right now. Yeah, not really a clean trend line. A lot of choices. Do I use that one? I'll just use the... I'm not sure that trend line means anything, so I'm just throwing it out there more as a curiosity point. Well, there you go. Just like that, Paulo, you are officially overall net positive with a whole lot of green, or excuse me, a whole lot of learning and all that. Good job. Very good job. The last short got me. We'll see, though. We'll see. Again, I don't need to be forcing anything. Maybe I'll look to go long if this wants to come back down. Yeah, I'll do that. Long there. Stop there. There we go. All right, if it wants to come back down, I'll look to try to play ball down there. So we'll see. Maybe the place to buy the breakout of the trend line here, but buying the breakout's got me a little sketched out because not that far above the trend line break, you have that purple line right there, 50 period moving average. So is that going to be one of those areas that rejects it back down? I guess we're going to get our answer right now. I love the live trading. I love the live trading stocks, but live trading futures makes my head spin. And why? Why would it make your head spin? What is different? I mean, it's just charts. John, you're overthinking something. So I'd be happy to try to figure out what that thing is you're overthinking. But live trading futures makes my head spin. It should not. It's just, all I'm doing is trading candlesticks. Just like, instead of candlesticks to trade stocks, I'm using candlesticks to trade futures. So what is your head spinning? I see 100 points plus by the end of the day. So are you in right now long, Tuan? Okay, John, do you use are you a technical trader? Do you use candlesticks in your trading? I'm assuming you day trade stocks. So do you use candlesticks to day trade stocks? I'm done for that. Okay, Tuan. So you're just kind of throwing out random things. Gotcha. Which is fine. I just want to see like how confident you were in this. So obviously you're not very confident, because if you're very confident, you'd put some money on the line. So you're actually not that confident. You're just throwing that out there. Well, again, fair enough. Like I said, that's why I asked if people are in, because I'm trying to gauge, well, how confident are they actually? All right, well, the play was not to let it roll back down here so I could buy. The play was to buy the breakout. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel those orders out. Yep, I got stocks, but for whatever reason, So you've traded. Okay, well, I'm very confused, John. So it sounds like you've day traded futures before. I'm not sure what the disconnect is, because it's just, instead of using candlesticks to trade stocks, you're using candlesticks to trade futures. No, I understand that, Twan. All I'm saying is you're like, I see it going up another 100 points by the end of the day. So that's why I asked, well, are you in it? Because if you had said yes, then it's like, okay, wow. He's got some confidence then. But when you're like, no, I'm not in it. Well, then do you see how it's kind of easy to just talk? Like, okay, yeah, okay, it's going up 200. But I mean, you actually don't really believe that. Because if you did actually believe it, right, Twan, you would put your money in it, right? If you believed it was going up another 100 points, or if you thought that was highly likely, then you totally have your money in it. Okay, well, John, if you want to work harder and not smarter, that's fine with you. But, I mean, futures definitely move way better than stocks, that's for sure. Not to mention, you're eating all the risk. You have to scan. I mean, yeah. But hey, if that's what you think is best, that's I guess that's fine. But I'd prefer not to have to put so much of my capital at risk. Currently scalping ES longs, getting close to. Oh, that's right. It is getting close to Matthew De Guzman's short that he did map out ahead of time, to his credit. Yeah, I'm just telling you that I don't think your comfort zone is the smartest it could be. Because your comfort zone, by definition, is you have more money at risk. Have you ever done futures trading through a prop firm? Let me ask that, John. Futures trading through a prop firm. Because that's what Pam's plan actually is. Maybe this is the part that's kind of creating the distinction. Can someone answer my question with the erratic? Okay, John. So I actually totally understand that how futures could like be crazy. Because yes, futures do move. I mean, they will move. So if you're using your own money, John, I can see how that would create a sense of fear and panic in you. But that's the power of prop firms, because you have very little money at risk. So in the world of the prop firms, John, if you were to just go with, let's just say a 50K buying power, and let's just say something crazy happens, it spikes, you go into, you start revenge trading, just something bad happens, and you lose 2,000. Well, yeah, they'll take the account away from you, which you can always get again. But did you actually lose $2,000 of your money? Well, in the world of futures, if you are using your own money, which is what you're doing, well then yeah, that's $2,000, maybe even more, that's gone of your money. But with the prop firm, no, they just take the account away from you. So your risk is only the cost of the account, which is $119. And you can always get the account back again to try to pass a test to get into the pro account, and then that's where you start to make money. So yes, that makes perfect sense on how you are not doing well in futures with your own money, because futures can move and they can move quick. But that's why, John, if you did it through a prop firm, then you're going to have a much more peace of mind because you can sit there and say, you know, even if something crazy happens and there's a big spike against me or just something happens, yes, if it was my own money, like it used to be, I'm literally at risk of maybe losing $2,000 just like that. But in this situation, nope, not 2,000. It would only be the cost of the account for 119, which again you can get back again. And when you quote unquote get it back, which is known in prop firm lingo as resetting, the reset is only $100. So that is something that you could do there, is to think about it as you're not losing that amount, only the cost of the account. And real quick, well, how is it? This is a scam. How is this company gonna take 119 and then let you lose 2,000 of their own money? Because this is all happening in a simulator. The test phase is in a simulator mode, so just keep that in mind. Ooh, looking kind of spicy here. Maybe for a short here. Okay, Tuan, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I understand you're saying 100 points up, but all I'm saying is it's clear you're not that confident in it. Because if you were confident, you'd have money in the trade. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I guess I'm not saying, I don't know how else to say that. Can someone answer me my question with the erratic trading rule? I don't know. Yeah, with the erratic trading rule, would closing and entering a few trades within 50 seconds? Yeah, you are not using the prop firm that I use because you must be using someone that's throwing out all sorts of rules. So I have no idea. Never heard of the erratic trading rule before. Ooh, this is looking kind of spicy for maybe a short here. If I get in 70, it is kind of heading up though. I'll take one just because I don't necessarily feel great about this. But I kind of like some of these upper shadows here. We'll see. Yeah, I try to trade safe. As soon as I hit my target of the day, I'm out. I blow my, and that's okay. That's all fine. All I'm saying is, like, it's easy to sit here and type, I think we go up another 100 points. Okay, so, but to kind of, for me to be able to dig deeper into, well, how much do you actually believe that, would just be, well, do you have any money? And you don't have any money. Therefore, you don't actually believe that it's going to go up 100 points. Because if you actually believe that, why would you not put money on that? Because you don't actually believe it. You're just sitting here kind of bored saying, and you're throwing out random predictions. That's all I'm saying is, it's just a random prediction because you're kind of bored, you're done for the day. So I think it's just going to up 100 points. But you don't actually believe it. That's what I'm trying to get across. Because if you did, right, we can agree. If you actually believe something, well, then why wouldn't you have any money in it? Oh, should have got in. I said short. What? Oh, okay, sorry, James. I see you're asking Matthew. Ooh, pretty impressive recovery there. Nice, we're at 75 likes. We're going for 100 by the 2-hour mark. So we've got plenty of time, got 56 minutes, but we do need to get this up to 100 likes if we want the party to continue. So if we want this to be longer than a 2-hour stream, then I gauge that based off of, are people still interested? Are people enjoying? So and that metric that I use is super chats and likes. So either $20 in super chats or, get up to 100 likes. I don't think any super chats will be needed unless you just feel like giving one, but I think likes should work out. But like I said, if you are enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. This is too good to be true. You will have to explain what is too good to be true. I'm not sure what you are referring to. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Matthew. I don't know what any of that has to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Wants to push back up. I'm going to get rid of that line for now. I think it served its purpose. 580 seems like a key breakout point up there. I don't know if it's going to be able to push up through there or not. We'll see. Sorry, Clay. I think he's answering me. I was just curious, but yeah, no, I followed that. But still, even trying to follow the conversation that you're having with him, I'm still not quite sure what he's getting at. This is tempting. Tempting to maybe buy the breakout of 580. Yeah, we'll see. Because right now we do have a nice little bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. More so a question of can we get the push up through there. Anybody buying that break? Matthew, you still thinking of shorting this? I know Matthew had a short order at like 84 or 86 if I can't remember. Let's see. Kelvin is short. No stop loss again? At the top of the last... Oh, how convenient. At the top of the last candle. Wow, you sure nailed that one. Come on, man. You got to tell us before this stuff. No stop. All right. But you're serious, right? No stop loss, but you're serious? I just won, so yes. All right. Hey, man, you keep doing what you're doing with no stop losses. My kids are going to eat. They're going to eat great. So just please use code Clay. You said you would. I trust you. Just use code Clay. You keep behaving like you are. My kids are going to be eating ribeye steak tonight. Making money this easy. Well, I'm not. What do you? What? I'm not quite sure. No, none of this is easy per se. I only use stops when the market is tweaking out. Okay. Hood. What about Hood? All right, I bet Kelvin's getting ready for another short up here. That's my guess. Kelvin's getting ready for another short. Is that the new breakout point? Going into earnings tomorrow, Hood. All right, well, hopefully it works out for you. Compared to my current profession. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I get it. Trading can seem kind of scammy when you're like, wait a second, did that dude just make $500 in like 2 minutes? Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. It's not easy, though. It's not easy. I'm going long if this candle ends green. And the next candle touches the bottom of it. Gotcha. Yeah, well said, patient trader. Well said. Trading versus easy is two different things. Trading is not as complex as people think. Correct. But it is much harder than people think. Correct. I think people confuse the two things. Agreed. Watching on the 5-minute here, we have that 200 period down there. Are you in, Matthew? I can't remember. Did you say you got in? Oh, Matthew got in. All right, Matthew. Good job. Yeah, you adjusted your order, I guess. I have this theory about hedge funds and big money people buying instead of selling by accident and then making the opposite trade next candle fix what they did. That then produces inverse candle. And you think this happens multiple times? So you bought right there at the bottom of that green candle, right? Is that, if I was understanding your plan right? Pretty good with range. All right, well, not looking so good for you. I imagine you're getting ready to buy again if it keeps coming down. Hey, Shane, good to see you. Okay. Nobody's fault. I don't know if Kelvin's in or not. His yes might have been something else I said. Yeah, I'll just buy the VWAP. I could put this trade back. Remember, I had this trade on earlier. I will do that one again, actually, if it wants to come down there. We'll see. Looks like... Okay, BK Dye, you got to give us better trade plans. Okay, so how are you going to take advantage of that? Looks like head and shoulder on the 5 minutes. Okay, well then, where's your entry point? Where's your stop? I'll get my order out there just in case we get a quicker move down there. Not trading it. Roger that. All right, there's my plan. See if we can get it to come down here. 500. Ooh, actually, yeah, I'll leave it as it is. See if it wants to come down. Again, looking to try to get long at that green line there. Kelvin's buying at the VWAP. May the best idea win. I'm scalping contracts making $200 to $50 each time I'm up. Yeah, I'm guessing you're just straight up on a demo account, protege trader. It's just this flat out demo. Would be my guess. I don't know, maybe if I think it's coming down here, maybe right now it's a short. Drop another 20 points and I'm back in long. All right. Tuan is starting to... trying to put his money where his mouth is. So what would that entry point put you at, Tuan? Because I don't know what point you said drop 20 points. Okay, 20 points from where? Like, so what entry point are you looking at? I like it. We got people stepping up to the plate, mapping out their trade plan. And again, if you're wrong, I don't care. Like, hey, I've already been wrong. I've been wrong many times on the live stream. It happens. It's not a big deal. That's part of trading. But you got nothing but respect, as opposed to somebody showing up as an armchair quarterback talking about, oh, yeah, I just made all this money. I didn't. It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe you did, but we don't know that. But when you just flat out map out the trade plan beforehand, here we go. Nothing but respect. You're stepping up to the plate. So I'm enjoying seeing people actually putting stuff out there before these numbers are hit. That's some good stuff. Yeah, it sounds like, Matthew, you are using way more indicators and stuff than I'm using. 520-ish or 520 or 30-ish. Okay, come on. That's too big of a range. I'm here again from yesterday. Thank you, bro, for teaching me. Good job, Ronnie. I remember you from yesterday. Happy to help. Yeah, Matthew, I have no idea what you're talking about. But hey, if it works for you, that's what matters, man. Do what works for you. All right, well, it's coming back up for now. Are we going to get some big, long, elongated descending triangle here where it just continues to come down? And then maybe like some here in the future is where, no pun intended, the flush happens? I guess we'll see. Demo. All right, well, just so you know, Protege, like I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but yes, it is. Right now you're like, this seems too good to be true. Like this seems too easy. Well, you're on a totally demo. I promise once you get some of your money on the line, even if it's just in a prop firm, which is where you should definitely be, yeah, you'll notice some new voices show up in your mind. But good, I'm glad you're on the demo. That's good. But yes, full disclosure, it's going to be a little different within the real world. So that it is not an apples oranges comparison there. Okay, Matthew, are you just like copy and pasting stuff? Like, are you a bot? Like now you're just copy and pasting a bunch of stuff. Oh, you are doing a prop firm account? Well, good job then. Good job. Matthew, you confirm that you're a real person? Right now, all I see is like a list of things that I'm not, maybe you're talking to somebody else, but I don't think anybody knows what any of that means. It's almost like you're a cybergenetic organism sent back from the future. Are you hunting for John Connor, by the way? Are you looking for John Connor? I'm not sure he's here. All right, right at that tread line. No way I'm buying that thing. No way I'm buying that break. But hindsight's already made it look stupid with not buying breakouts. Hindsight will be the judge again. So once again, I will cancel these orders down here. Again, learn to love the gray button. Watch what happens when I press that gray button. Both of these will just disappear. So that's why if you're ever going to walk away from a computer, just press the gray button so you can ensure that if you did leave any orders out there, I understand. Okay, he's totally a robot. Matthew Martin is a cybergenetic organism. Got the breakout again. It is still right at this area here. 580. So I don't know if it's going to push up through there or not. Again, if you are enjoying, hit that like button. We're going for 100 so we can keep the live stream going. So if you want the live stream to continue, I got to make sure people are staying engaged and interested. And the only way I know how to measure that is through the like button. So if you are enjoying, smash the like button. Let's get this up over 100. Let's keep the party going. Well, if I'm being honest, I didn't think that it was going to even stay above here as long as it has. I'm not still convinced it will, but it's definitely putting up a good fight. Yeah, there it goes. How is E? I'm not sure what how is E. What are you guys trading? Pokemon card. I am trading futures Pokemon card. That's intense. Clay, speak to the robot more politely. They will be your master one day. That's true. That's true. I got to work on my robot etiquette. Is it etiquette or etiquette? I think it's etiquette. I'm not a very smart man. Is this a short here? 80? Oh yeah, I could take that. a stop right up above. See if I can catch this on the way back down. And again, short. All right. No, you're doing good. I thought, Protege, I thought you were just doing a flat out demo, like where it's like totally, you haven't even paid for a prop firm account and you have literally zero skin in the game. But you do have skin in the game, so that's good. All right, cancel that out because the risk profile has changed. I remember you, Clay. When are you still trade stocks drawing the electric? Huh? Drawing the electric car run. Switch over to futures. I was very profitable stock. It was extremely difficult from the beginning. I developed. Yeah, my friend, I have no idea what you're talking about. You remember me when you still trade stocks drawing the electric car run? That's got to be like an autocorrect. Like, yeah, that's autocorrect. Like you're talking in your phone right now, and it's totally not representing anything that you're saying. Still trade stocks drawing the electric car run. I switch over to futures. I do not show what green candles, and I do. Not sure what a strong market, especially a daily candle. The long-term numbers do not work out very well, especially when you're going for 20 points and higher. Okay. I do a demo every couple months and many hours of paper trading in between and sticking to the IB. We just be again, man. MNQ has made me look like a fool twice now. Twice. If you've been here, I was like, no, I don't really like buying that trendline break. Not going to do it. And I am 0 for 2. Both of those were like, yeah, you should have bought the trendline break. Brutal. So proud of accounts are free every month. So pro accounts are free every... Yes, once you move from the test into the pro phase, Kelvin, there's no more monthly fees. Which is why I always encourage people to try to pass within the month. Which is plenty of time. You don't want to go super fast, but pass within a month, and that way the monthly fees go away. But yeah, they'll let you take as long as you want, because that's just more money in their pocket. Go ahead, take 8 months to pass the test. They're not going to care about... Look at this thing. We had some shorts. Hopefully the shorts are still using stops. Matthew Guzman, hopefully you got a stop. Oh, your stop you said was at 19,600. Okay, he's out already. That was a stop right there. Good try. Nothing but respect. You put it out there beforehand. You stepped up to the plate. Got to respect that. I'm going to try to play this area of resistance right here. Red is to get short. Green is my stop. So if this is an explosive move, well then I'll bow out with a loss. But if this is going to be another area of resistance and I can get some sort of pullback, then yeah, it could play out nice. Is it going to come up? 10 away from 100. Again, if you have not hit that like button, let's just crank this up to 100 likes. That way we can get that monkey off our back. If you want the party to continue, if you want the live stream to continue, make sure you hit that like button. Oh, no, it's pulling back. Short at 616. Okay. Mace MMA did not get filled either. Well, is he going to come back up to us? We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, we might be getting a thumb trade. Actually, I'm going to exit out, and I'm going to look for the thumb trade here. I'll watch this on the 5 minute, see if I can see, or excuse me, on the tick chart over here. So we need this thing to show a little bit more weakness. But we'll see if we can get the thumb. Nick, are you here? Part of my mentorship is Tuesday nights we do live webinars, and sometimes live webinars I'll interview students, and they'll share kind of what they're doing. Sometimes it's more of a coaching. Sometimes it's the very veteran traders that are way better than I am, so they're more so just doing the teaching, and I'm sitting there like taking notes too. And we just had one last Tuesday on the thumb trade, so I'm still trying to fine tune it. But I don't think Nick's here right now. So he's not going to be able to coach me through the thumb trade. All right. So I need to start to now look. No, not yet. Not yet. Nope. Okay. Yep. There's no short signal yet. So I can't quite look for a short signal yet. And I'm watching this off screen. So there's nothing. Don't be squinting your eyes like, what? This is, again, on another chart that I'm watching. All right, we'll keep on watching. Anybody, yeah, it seems like most people are looking to get short up around here. How is that red candle not a short signal, Clay? You're the expert here. You're the one making all the big bucks, Kelvin. Did you take that short? Do not try to find the top to short, middle to short, short the middle. Do not try to buy the bottom, buy the middle. Remember the bell curve law. Okay, so everybody just buy the middle. The middle of what, Luna? What are we using to gauge the middle? Can you tell us what the middle is right now? So let's try to right now we're still at kind of a general statement. So let's try to narrow this down. What is the middle right now? Can you give us an exact number of what, quote unquote, the middle is? Because right now the middle, kind of ambiguous. Let's try to kick that ambiguous to the curb. NQ going up. Okay, so Jay, are you long? I assume Jay's long. Where are you long at? Or where are you going to get long at? Okay, well then you didn't see that red candle as a short signal either, did you? Luna, I'm waiting for you. Where is the middle so I can buy it? I never try to short the top, especially then you. I've always end bad. Short the middle, stepping pattern. If you're going to buy at the bottom, remember the stepping pattern. Okay, I'm still waiting for you. What is the middle on this one right now? What is the middle? You tell us to just buy the middle or short the middle. Fair enough. Can you define the middle? Hey, good afternoon, Brian. Good to see you. All right, so we have that. So I think, I guess, is this the short? Maybe? Is this the entry? Okay, I guess we have to wait for it to come up and then we short, I think. Jim, are you still here? Oh, wait, no, never mind. He's not, he wouldn't be what? Never mind, Jim. Never mind. Nope, still has not curled. We still have not gotten the thumb. I lied. I'm greedy. If this pullbacks to 575, I'm getting long on a couple contracts to 575. All right, well, it's not looking like the thumb trade is really working out here. I'm long, very light at 9,600. Uh-oh. We'll add if it comes back to 9. Okay, so you are like a, I'm not sure what kind of trader that is. You're like a swing trader, day trader. If you're buying here and then you're buying more 100 points below, yeah, then yeah, you're definitely doing a little bit of a different thing than what I'm used to. Okay, I'm looking at, come on. Come down some more, Cletus. Ah, I wanted to buy that back test of the trend line because you also had the 21 EMA right there, but as you see, it did not come down close enough for it. How much does a PC have to be built? Well, I will send you, I'll send you this because this is who built my PC and I absolutely love it. You can just sign up for the guide, see what the guide has to say, Protege. But yeah, then eventually if you like what the guide has to say or whatever. But yeah, again, they built the computer that I'm currently using and I absolutely love it. Customer service is great, very knowledgeable, built by traders. So they kind of know what us traders need. But as a not tech savvy guy, it was a very good experience. I'll put it that way. Where is the stepping pattern on the candlestick for shorts? Did you see that 1 hour? Okay. Luna, all I'm asking is, can you define the middle? I always, my skeptical radar goes off when I'm like, okay, you're just talking and you're saying terms, but when I ask you to define one of these terms, I just get more talking and talking. Okay, so there is no middle right now? Is that what we're saying, Luna? I mean, Luna, do you understand how myself and others might be a little bit like, what are you talking about? Like to just say stuff, but then not be able to define the terms makes me leery. It makes me leery. You keep talking about the middle, but then when I ask you, okay, well, what is the current middle? And you won't give an answer. Again, makes me leery. Okay, in there. Trying to get another 3 right there. Ah, too slow. Had to just get out there. That's what I wanted. Had I gotten that right there, that would have been very, very green trade, but I don't know if this thing can continue to bounce. So it took a very, very small loss on that one. Again, I tried to buy right there, but you saw I was not quick enough. Had I gotten another 3, then this move here would have put me well into the green for the scalp. But, yeah, I'm not quite sure if it wants to follow through anymore. So I was like, you know what? That trade kind of got messed up. So, oh well. What did H? I don't know what H. All the prices are at the site, Protege. You can go to his site. Yeah, see like that? See, it's just coming back down. That's why I wanted to just get out. Because I'm not interested in now getting 3. Had it come back down again. I'm going long off the purple line. Alrighty. The middle sounds like it's no different than the top or the bottom. It's not possible to predict. Yeah. Well said, Jared. Or Gerard. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Yeah, exactly. He's just saying, well, don't buy the top. Well, yeah, but like that implies that like you know where the top is. Nobody knows where the top is. How's your day been, Clay? Fine. Live stream's been a little shaky. Hasn't been terrible, but I don't know. I think I'm 2 for, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, you can mention me. Like, hey, I'm here for, just tell them that Clay Trader sent you. That could indeed maybe help you with a better, I don't know if that'll help get you a better price. That's not my claim, but I don't think it would hurt you. You know, I don't think it ever hurts to ask. Hey, Clay Trader sent me. Is there anything we can do can you knock off a few extra bucks? Again, I don't know what he would. I don't know what they would reply to that as. And I'm not being. That's not affiliate. So like when I brought this up, just to make very clear, this is not. I'm not being paid anything if you use that or anything like that. So this is just me being happy with the product that was built for me. So just to be clear on that, that's not an affiliate. There's nothing like that. I'm not being paid to say that. But so that's why I say maybe if you bring up my name, it'll help. I don't think it'll hurt. So I'd at least mention it. Worst he can say is, yeah, no, I'm not gonna knock anything more off. But like I said, it doesn't hurt to ask. Okay, Lunatic, with all due respect, like you won't answer our questions. I'm a scalper. My entry time frame is 20 most of the time I trade. All we wanted to know, Luna, was what is the middle? Can you define the middle? But you're not doing it. You just keep talking more words. Like I said, all that your trades do not last more than a minute. We got a 2-minute candle, very choppy. It haven't proven to go long average. Okay, so we're not going to get the definition of the middle. That ship has seemed to have sailed. Okay, Luna, you keep telling us things that what Luna. I don't even know. I think Luna and that other. I think they're bots. Luna, are you a person? Okay, let's do this. Luna, if you are a person, type ABC, and that's it. ABC. If you are a person, ABC. Apple, Betty, cupcake. ABC. Hey, we're 3 likes away from 100, so if you have not hit that like, no, he's definitely not a person. Look at this. I asked for ABC, and he gave us another stuff about I don't know what. Luna is not a human. These algorithms are getting pretty crazy. Not a human. Again, Luna, type A, B, C in the chat box. A, B, C. Type that in the chat box. Are you human? You seem to be an algorithm that is just spitting out stuff that has nothing to do with any of the questions people are asking you. They won't if they're bots. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is this person a bot? If they're a bot, then yeah, I'll just get them out of here. But I'm trying to give whatever this thing is enough time to prove if they're human. I even drew it on the screen. Like I said, I want to make sure. I don't want to just ban screen names just for the sake of banning it. I can feel it. We're going to get another paragraph of just who knows what. How long did yours take to UI? What do you mean UI? All right. Luna, you are being banned because you are definitely not a human. I don't know what is going on here. Yeah, see now, Teacher K, I don't think Teacher K has ever spoken up. So the mere fact that Teacher K has spoken up, look at this. No, but like in all seriousness, are the bots getting this crazy now? Were they just... Not that long. Not that long. Not very long at all. Luna. Hey, we're up over 100. Let's go. Let's go. Good job. Like, I'd love to have a conversation, but at this point, I don't think they're real. You go long, Kelvin. You're the expert here. It's something. We're not getting over the 25 EMA. Oh, now they're making... Okay. I don't know. Is Luna, is this annoying, or is this, let's do this. I don't know. Let's do a poll real quick. Ban Luna. There we go. Should we ban Luna? Oh wow. All right. All right. All right. Yep. All right. Yep. I'm gonna end the poll. That was that's yeah, that's a no-brainer. All right. I don't know why I'm still talking to Luna like they're actually a person, but Luna, you are gone. Where is it? There we go. That was weird. The bots are getting crazy. I'm right the last 5 trades. Well, then go long here again. Zod, you should have voted. Did you not see the results of the vote? Look at that thing. I won't participate in that poll. I do not wish to be targeted by Skynet. You know, that's probably relatively wise. Okay, so you're telling me to do something that you want to do? What's up with that, Kelvin? Kelvin's telling me to go long in a spot that he want to go long at. That's messed up. You voted no? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Zod. You got severely crushed on that one. Thank you for voting, though. I'm almost thinking short here. Through that area, we got like a little miniature bear pennant. There's the top, bottom, like that. So a little bear pennant. We'll see if it wants to come back down. Is a bear flag? Yeah, I'd call it technically a bear pennant, but if you want to call it a bear flag, I'm not gonna get in a fist fight about it. Anybody just shoot their toaster in case? Yeah. No, I should probably take the toaster out back and introduce it to my friend called 12, middle name Gage. All right, Calvin. Well, we might be going against each other. If you're going long at the 50, I'm thinking about going short if it can break that trend line. So may the best trading mind win, if that ultimately plays out. It's a little spooky, though, because on the 5-minute, we do have that pink line right there, that 200 period moving average. So got to be careful. Don't want to be shorting right at that level. So what is the 200 period at? 545. Yeah, so I'd want it to get down below 545. Yeah. All right, so basically looking for a break of the lows, because that would also imply that it's pushing down through the 200 period too. I didn't say you weren't trading off Finale. I'm saying you're the pro here. You're the one that's like on a massive win streak. You don't even use, I'm about to stop using stop losses. I'm like, man, Kelvin don't use stop losses. He's just crushing it. You can't be wrong when you don't have a stop, I guess. No, man, Kelvin, I don't think anybody's saying that you're not trading with knowledge. I'll give credit where credit's due. You're winning. You're making money. I personally think it's a little risky. I think at some point you're going to get bit for not using a stop loss. But as of right now, you have pointed out trades before they've happened, and they've worked out. So here we go. Okay. Are you in yet, Kelvin? It's at that purple line. All right, Kelvin. I think Kelvin's in. Man, I do not like taking it short. I wanted this to come down a little bit more methodically here. But my ego's on the line now. We all know what happens when ego gets involved. Ooh, now he's backing off. He said purple line. Now he's changing things up on us. Again, that is why I wanted to wait on the 5 minute for the 200 period, so I'd avoid it. So this was avoidable. This trend line break, anybody that's like, oh, I shorted the trend line, oh, woe is me. It's like, no, not woe is you. That was not random. You chose to get short literally right above the 200 period moving average, which could very realistically be a level of support. So no, woe is me. Right now, if it bounced off the trend line, you're on ES5. You're not even trading the NQ, Kelvin? You're trading the ES this whole time? Hey, Kelvin, you just made Ronnie some money. Anyone have used PV? I don't know what PV is. Do you mean PC? Oh, I bet you mean PC because the V's right next to the C on the keyboard. Dude, you don't want to buy a used PC? You do not want to be buying a used PC. Does anybody else check the performance section on here to see their percentage of product trades each day? I think a lot of people do. I think that's a very handy tool. Again, like I was saying earlier, you cannot play the woe is me. Oh, I thought this was going to break the trend line. Like, I get it if you're only using one time frame. That's why you got to use multiple time frames, especially the 5 minute. A lot of people use the 5 minutes so you can get those self-fulfilling prophecies. But right here, like, I mean, you heard me walk you through it. I'm not going to take it. It's got to clear down below that pink line because there's just too much of a risk that you could get some sort of bounce back up in your face like that. So multiple time frame analysis. If you walk away from one thing, thing number one, code clay. That's the most important thing. Code clay. Thing number two, multiple time frame analysis. I'm gonna keep that line there. It's still got my, it's still got my interest, but right now it's got to kind of continue to just sit here and wait and see what it wants to do. What TFs are you using? I don't know what TFs are. TFs. Yeah, I don't know. What does TF stand for? I guess the lingo is getting too cool for me. TF. Yeah, I got nothing. Oh, time frame. Come on, man. I have many time frames. We're looking at the 2 minute here. I like the 2 minute. I like the 5 minute. I like the 15 minute. Also been fooling around with a tick chart. I should have known the time frame. I should have been able to figure that out. Shame on me. Did you get long, Kelvin? You learned from, well, to be fair, you definitely did not learn the no stop loss thing from me. You did not learn that from me. So please, people, don't be like, wait, what? This dude learned to not use stop losses? No, that he definitely did not learn that one from me. Clay, do you ever use a 1 minute? No. And then not that there's anything wrong with it. I've used a 1 minute in the past. I think the 2 minutes a little bit better. It's smoothing things out. But, I mean, if you were to tell me to use a 1 minute, I wouldn't be like, well, that's stupid. No. Mike is long at 5:58. Well, come on, Mike. You got to tell us we're going to get long at 5:58 before you got in. What's your stop loss at, Mike? I tried not to take trades I'm not 100% right on. Yeah, Kelvin, I think you're going to find yourself in good company. I would hope that most traders adopt that. Like, yeah, I'm trying to only take trades I'm going to be 100% right on. Do you also like look at the 1 hour, 4 hour daily? I mean, kind of, but at some point, in my opinion, you're just going to suffer from paralysis by analysis. Like, I understand it's cool. And I do have multiple monitors, so don't get me wrong. I'm not anything against multiple monitors, but like I know the visual of like 18 monitors and like 37 different time frames and 872 different indicators. Like it's like, oh my goodness. But like I don't for me, that would cause paralysis by analysis. I did 512. All right. All right. Well, look like it's going good for you, Mike. So that's good. That's good. Anna de Maria. I'm mad with Take Profit. I blew up my account, reset it, and they canceled because they say the account has expired. I blew up my account, reset it, and then they can't. Well, I don't know. Did it expire? It's not if it expired. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, you probably should have stayed in the trade. I guess joke is on me for not understanding the rules. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what is going on. Thank you for the videos, Clays. You're welcome, KX. I blew up your account, and then they. Okay, what account was it? What size account? All right, we're entering back towards that area, but yeah. I'm definitely not shorting where you have a double whammy of potential support. You have the purple line and the trend line both there, so I'm not looking to go short there. Is this a buy? Ooh, there we go. There we go. I'll start small and I'll look to potentially build. So I got to stop right there. I got plenty of wiggle room. Yeah, I'll get a little aggressive here. Want it to come down more. So I'm going to just start with one. Not a buy. Well, Kelvin, we'll have to agree to disagree on this one. But I want to see it come down a little bit more. What do you mean not a buy? Look at that. I could have scalped out, Kelvin. You owe me that money. That was a great scalp right there. Still can't believe Kelvin didn't use my code. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's still knocking on the door of the 200 period. Yeah, you've done like 10 accounts so far. How many accounts have you had since you showed up a few weeks ago? How many accounts have you done? Yeah, exactly. So 2 of all those. Unbelievable. You turn me into your personal tutor, then that's what you do. Crazy. I'm about to. Yeah, those are the moments I was like, yeah, maybe I should just retire from live streaming. Yeah, it's still hovering. Bring over the 5 minutes. Still just putzing around right above the 200 right here. You buy, Teacher K. And Kelvin said it wasn't a buy, though. Well, you can't use your own code anyways, Kelvin, as an affiliate. So I mentioned your name and they hung up. I guarantee you that did not happen. Hey, so Clay Trader sent me. Click. No, I think you're leaving out some details of that story there. Yeah, just plain. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That seemed a little bit sketchy. Send me an email. Remember that Kelvin guy was like, "That's not a buy." I hope he. Well, I hope it didn't short. Would have been a good buy. Good eye. Yeah. Well. I may look to get short here if it wants to come back. Now, what would that be? So my short is there at the red line. If it wants to come back down, I'm in. Come on, make the move. All right, so small gain on that one. I might try that again. Yeah, all right, I feel good about it. See how it's putzing around? It's not... I was trying to capture it on the way down, but it's not going down. It's just stuck right here. So, all right, I feel just fine about how I played that one. Per the premise, I was trying to, like I said, catch it as it came back down. Not if it eventually comes back down. It was on that movement. Came back down, I was in. And I went into the green immediately, so that was nice. But the problem is, and yeah, it's still just, it's just not giving any more downside. So, all right. Some of those ones can be really fun. Because if you do capture it and it's actually going back down, you're in the green right away, and then whoop, it just keeps going. But that didn't play out there. Yeah, that 200 period. No, they said they would call back. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if his the employees know about, because I was talking with the owner, because the owner was like, "Hey, can we do some sort of thing?" I was like, "Well, basically, hey, I'd love to do an affiliate with you, all this." So I was like, "No, I don't want to do that. If I like your product though, I'll tell people." So that's kind of where we landed. Followed you on X and TikTok. I still have a TikTok. Oh, I do have a TikTok account. When's the last video I've posted on that? I don't even know how to use TikTok. Anybody here know how to use TikTok? Want to post some things? Yeah. Well, thank you for following me on TikTok, but just flat out disclosure right now, I don't post on TikTok. I do have a TikTok account though. Hey, we're at 110 likes. I like it. I like it. Hire a TikTok person. Yeah, maybe I should. What was your profession before you started trading? I'm an engineer by degree. I'm playing around on TradingView with futures, bought at 940, and I aim for... There you go, Mammon. I do. I got you. I'll repost your videos. All right, maybe we'll have to talk then. Bummer. Well, hindsight, I should have just been a little bit more patient. But like I said, that just wasn't the premise of my trade. Hey, Ronnie, just so you know, at some point, you're going to have to learn how to think for yourself. Like you've been like, hey, Kelvin made me money. Now Teacher K made me money. At some point, you do have to learn to think for yourself, though. I'm an engineer by degree. Good one. I don't know. Are you saying you don't think that I'm an engineer? I say I'm an engineer by degree because I'm no longer a practicing engineer. What kind of teacher are you, Teacher K? What subject do you teach? Kelvin is long right now. Okay. Oh no, like the way I say it. Cool. Well, what do you teach? I have 3 50K accounts at TBT, then go to Renovate or Trade Y, or where can I choose which one to use? It's only showing the same. Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're asking about copy trading stuff, Joseph. I'm not sure on all that. I'm an accountant by degree. Oh, so you're smart. I took an accounting class in college. That thing kicked my butt. All right, we moving down. Oh boy, Calvin. No copy trading. If I go to then go to Tradeovate to trade Y, or where can I choose which ones? Oh, at the very top. At the very top, there's an area that says account. It shows up like, yeah, basically at the top of your screen. Account, and there's a drop-down menu. Teach risk management. That is good. That is good. I'm waiting it out. You're holding and hoping. Now, let's just call it what you're doing. You're holding and hoping. Okay, picks him up right there. Take out a nice little scalp there. Blew my accounts. Well, nothing but respect for being transparent and walking through and telling us about your trades. Like I tried to passively hint at earlier. Yes, you're making money. That's great. But it seems like the no stop loss thing might get you. And that's all it takes is one move like that. I'm a computer technology specialist by degree. Very cool. By trade and a teacher of this trade, it's time for me to expand my skills. I think what you're saying is expand your income streams, which is my ultimate goal and what I preach around here. I personally think the goal of I want to be a full-time trader is not good. I think the goal should be I want to be a full-time income stream creator. So big harm. Sounds like that's what you're doing. And hopefully big harm. Hopefully you got to look at that link and would love to have you join. Would love to have you join the mentorship program. I wanted to go back to 25K accounts anyway. All right. Hey, Kelvin, code Clay. You will be banned if you come back and say, oh, no, I didn't use those codes. Well, Kelvin, at least you are recognizing some things. That's good. That's good. Good sign of maturity. There's no point in lying to yourself if those higher ones make you too greedy and impatient. That's good. Kelvin, I'm going to, right here, Kelvin. Code Clay. Okay. Is there another trade down here? Maybe. This is officially kind of, what time is it? No. I won't blow another account ever again. Mark my words. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good, Big Harm. Now, Big Harm, I'm not trying to put any pressure on you. But the last 3 people that said, I will join, and you even said definitely join, never did. So, I mean, no offense to you, but I've learned on these live streams, people tend to yap and not follow through. Again, I hope you break the streak right now, Big Harm. I hope you break the streak, especially when you say you will definitely join. But, and I'm on a streak of people talking and not following through with anything. That's why I don't try to catch falling knives. Yeah. Yeah, it's the no stop loss thing can get you. It can get you. If there's still some downwards pressure, come on, trade. All right, what's going on here, Trade Ovate? That seems a little bit too of an aggressive of a trend line there. But it is getting rejected right off that area. $500 though, that's going to be a key area. Huh? So far the trend line continues to hold. Yeah, double bottom potentially in play here. That is for sure. Clay, being up 74 with one contract is good in the option world. Being up, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's a maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's good, but I look at that and be like, yeah, okay, it's $74. Like you can make that in the blinking of an eye in the futures. Where's my cursor? There we go. Oh, do I take this short? Where'd my stop be? Up above here. And that's a pretty big stop. Guess I could go to 2. I guess I'm plenty green on the day, so it's not like... I want to see one more candle. Let's see what one more candle does. Oh, come on. Come back up. Take a buy. Oh, no way. No way. If anything, I am thinking short here. Oh, sorry, futures. Yeah, what contract? MNQ? Are you talking about MNQ? I open a swing trade, short position. Ooh, swing trade. All right. I like it. And give anything, Elon, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm going to get short that red line right there if it wants to come down. Well, oh yeah, that's really good. 1 MNQ and you got $74. Yeah, that's super good. Okay, in. It's my first profit target. Oh, come on. Keep breaking down for me. Come on. There we go. I'm going to put this stop right here. So now I'll drag this down. Let's see how much money I can make. The further it breaks down, I'm going to drew my stop loss down some more. Just let it pay me. Out there, I'll take it. I'll take it. See, I'm not buying there, Teacher K. That's not a buy. That's not a buy. I got way too aggressive with my stop. That's all right, though. I got way too aggressive, but it is what it is. Thank you, Teacher K. If Austin is still here, he is weeping. He is, I've never met anybody as in love with tread lines as Austin, but he does very well with them. Austin, are you still here? If so, can you even read the screen? Because you're got so many tears in your eyes right now. There, oh yeah, there's Austin right there. Absolutely lover of tread lines. Oh man, I got way too tight with that stop. I'm going to keep playing around with futures. If I really like it, I will give us... Mammon. Okay, I'm going to do this one final time for you, Mammon. And if you can't comprehend this, then I don't know what's going on. You have zero reason to day trade future or to day trade options. In options, you're going to learn about this thing called theta. So in options, if you buy, you have a 67% chance of losing. How so? Well, the way you win is if you buy, well, then obviously if it goes up, okay, good, you won. So we'll give a check mark right there. You won. But if you buy and then the price goes sideways, you lose because of this thing called theta. So if the price drifts sideways, you lose money. Or the other obvious one is if the price just goes down, well, then yes, you also lose because the price went down. You literally have a 67% chance of losing. Why would you even think about doing that, Mammon? Why? Explain that to me. Whereas in futures, yeah, if it goes sideways, it's a break-even situation. You're not losing money. In options, you're literally losing money if it goes sideways. Why would you choose to do that? Why would you, if you're in trading options, why would you choose to do that? Well, because I don't have a lot of money. It doesn't matter. Pam's plant, one of the parts of the prop firm, low capital is required. How low of capital? Well, right here, very quickly, you could get involved with as little as $105 with Pam's plant. So I don't want to hear anything about, well, I have to do day trading options because I don't have a whole lot of money. False. There is a better way. So Mammon, this is not a test. Futures are mathematically better. I just proved it to you. Oh, Mammon. Mammon, you're going to drive me crazy. I've talked, again, movement. Futures move. The same ones move multiple times every single day. You don't need to be. I get what you're saying is, well, I need to learn how to trade different things because that way I'll always have something to trade. No, you don't. In futures, the one thing you watch will give you multiple times every single. I mean, think about how many trades people have taken since you've been on the live stream. Since I've been on the live streams. Oh my goodness. All right, I tried. The fact that you're even still thinking about considering small cap stocks, which is even dumber than doing options, and still options, like the way I read that is, like futures is your last resort. There's nothing more I can do for you. You just, yeah, I have failed to explain the benefits of futures. I'm a new sub. As I started typing my first message out, bro started speaking. Is that a good or bad thing, Darren? Yeah, exactly, Tuan. That's why I called you out earlier. You're just making stuff up. With your, it's going to make a 100-point move up, and then it's been going down ever since. But like I said, we established that you didn't actually believe that because, and good on you. I'm glad you didn't lie to yourself and be like, I actually believe it's going to go up 100. So because you didn't put any money on the line. So I'm glad. I'm glad you did not believe your random price proclamation. I need to learn all I can about futures. Apparently, I'll go educate. Darren, before you go, what do you trade right now? Yeah, I don't even know if it's a Dunning-Kruger effect, CJ. It's just like they're not listening. They're just not listening. No, I understand that, but like, do you know when you buy low and sell, are you using charts like candlesticks? Is this what you're using? Well, We got ourselves another trend line here. So do you believe in this trend line break? That's the That's the question right now. Maybe. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I mean, there seems to be a lot of downwards pressure right now. Okay, well, whatever you were trading previously, Darren, instead of using candles to trade, let's just say stocks, for example, you would now be using candles to trade futures. That's the difference. Because a chart is a chart. You can use charts for stocks, options, forex, bonds, crypto, futures, anything. So that's the difference. If you're already using charts, then it's not like you have to go and like, oh man, I don't want to do futures, so now I got to learn a bunch. No, you don't. If you already are using charts, the big difference is you're now just using charts to trade futures instead of stocks or whatever you were trading beforehand. I think he's like me. I am not a trader yet. I am an investor who wants to trade. Mammon, dude, yeah. If anybody's doing magic powder, it's you, man. You're not connecting very basic dots here. The fact of everything I've explained since you've been here, and you still plan on doing small cap stocks, which is just ridiculous, and still options. After I don't know. You're just gonna have to go get punched in the face and lose all your money, and then remember who tried to warn you. Hopefully you'll have enough money to come do prop firms. You are gonna get smashed. I'll be back. You'll see me around. All right, see you later, Darren. Again, small caps are ridiculous. I get it. I don't have a lot of money. Small caps move fast. Yes. But the problem is they move fast, and sometimes that's against you. And with small caps, that's all your money at risk. So you get one nasty move against you, and boom. That could be thousands and thousands and thousands of your dollars of your money gone just like that. Whereas in futures, because of the insulated risk of the prop firms, you would lose only a very, very minimal out of your personal pocket. Yes, you would lose your account, but not lose bigger amounts. All right, Jamie, see you tonight. Still watching this trend line. Is anybody take it short? Anybody thinking about taking this trend line short? I'm still undecided on it. Because we essentially got this trend line break. We got that trend line break. Does it have a third one in it? I think I want to see a couple more candles, but that may prove to be not wise. Hey, we are 10 likes away from the overall goal. We want to get up to 125, so if you have not yet hit that like button and you're enjoying, make sure you hit that like button so we can get up to 125. Hit the goal for the live stream. We're only 10 away. So the more likes I see, the longer we'll keep this party going. But I do want to see somewhat of a steady continuation of likes. Man, with all due respect, man, I'm going to pass on that because I don't think you're listening to my answers. To be respectful per your own answer, it sounds like you're like working on other stuff at the same time. So I really don't feel like using my time to explain something to you when you're only giving me half attention and then having you like, because you're literally asking stuff that and I'm not kidding you. Since you've been on the live stream, like I have gone over that probably 5 times at least. So you let me know when you can give 100% of your attention, and then I'll consider. But with all due respect, sir, I'm not gonna, because again, the people here that have been listening, they're gonna leave because they're like, dude, you've already explained this like 10 times. Why are you doing it again? And I don't want to risk losing those people. So maybe sometime that when you can attend a live stream that you can actually be fully engaged, fully pay attention, I can get into some of that stuff. Is it a good idea to start with 500? Well, Rams, you can start with way less than 500. Because with the prop firm, you could have 500 and you could just go and you'd only need 105 of that 500. That would get you 25,000 in purchasing power. You would then need to pass the test, move into the pro, and then in the pro, you'll start to make, if you start to make money there, you can start to keep that money. But right now with the special deal, there is 0 activation fee. Normally, to make that jump, it costs $130. Prop firms all charge what they call an activation fee, but the current deal, again with code Clay, you get the 30% off, but this is also at $0. So all in, you could be at $105. So yes, $500 is plenty to start with. I always get confused. Does no cap mean you're lying or you the lie? Which one's the lie? Is cap the lie? Yeah, but which one is no joke? Is cap the lie? Hello? Nobody listens to me. No cap is real talk. Okay, so cap means you're lying or they're just joking or whatever. How long is the test? The test you can take as long as you want, but I encourage you to get it done within a month because there is a monthly fee. And you can pass very realistically within a month. So don't rush, but get it done within a month because it just doesn't. You don't want to have to pay that again because once you get from here, once you go from the test into the pro, then there's no more monthly fees. So that is why I say to, you don't have to rush, but get the test passed within 1 month and then the monthly fees go away. So if you're a no cap, then no. Okay, so then you did use the codes. All right, let us know where the next trade is, Kelvin. Where is the link? The link is... Did I not pin it? I did not pin it today, did I? Usually I have a pinned message up there. Wow. Right here. That was probably a costly mistake. This whole stream, I have not had that up there. There we go. There's the link right there, code Clay. It's also on the screen there, but... All right, well, this trend line continues on up. We'll see. I'm done reading for the day. Well, Kelvin, I would still go do a flip day real quick. Find one MNQ and then just buy, sell really quickly. That way it gives you a log into the test phase. No, I realize you're done, but the point of a scalp or of a flip is just a log a day. You know what I mean? So just as fast as you can, find one MNQ, buy, sell, market. You're either going to make a couple bucks or lose a couple bucks, but at least now you have day one under your belt. So yeah, be done, but at least get a day logged. Yeah, there you go. Again, please double check, make sure it's on MNQ and it's just one. We don't need anything crazy happening. What would be great is if this wants to go sideways a little bit more and then like somewhere around here break. I would like that. But yeah, this trend line's looking kind of spicy. Like I said, we'll see if it wants to come over here and then come down through. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a great setup here. Uh-oh. No, chat's still working. Okay, that was... Trader just bugged out. It disconnected me for a second, but... Okay, you all are still here. So I guess that was Trader, not my internet. Brian King. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got to be... Yeah, exactly. Flip days, I guess, or flip trades are just as risky. If you don't time it up right, it could be right. If you're buying the market as soon as Trump is hitting send on his tweet, it could be a bad flip trade. That is true. That is true. Got to be careful of those. Look at that. All right, still respecting the trend line. Like I said, I'd like to see it bounce up and then come back down, and then I'll take it. But I'm not going to take it, but I don't know. We know my success rate right now on the not doing the trend line, so everybody probably should. But that was buying to the upside. Maybe the... All right, there it is. Should I be in here? Again, I'm not going to take this one. Seems a little bit too risky, brother. Richard is short. Where's your stop loss at, Richard? Uh-oh. Richard probably doesn't have time right now to type his stop loss. He's got a hammer candle staring him right in the face. I would assume his stop is up over VWAP. I guess we'll see. I'm not sure. That seems kind of like the area that it would just need to be is above VWAP if you were going to get short on this. There it is, VWAP. All right, so he's still in it. He's going to give this thing a chance. So Richard right now just despises that trend line. Despises it. Ooh. No, I'm thinking I take it with maybe a stop right above here. See if I can get some more continuation. And if it snaps back up, so be it. I've gotten destroyed today. Down 600. Well, what's your daily loss limit, Richard? Do you have a daily loss limit? 101th like, though. Hey, I appreciate you hitting that like button. Kind of a little sad that we haven't even hit the goal yet of 125. This will likely be my last. I'm just lost that trade. I thought you were just doing a flip day, Kelvin. I thought you were just doing a flip trade. Oh, that's dirty. You better come back down. Don't do the trade. Well, again, this is where it just depends. What is your strategy? If you chose to scalp, plenty of room there for short-sided people to scalp out on the short side. But for the people that were like, no, I don't scalp, I want more movement. Yeah, those people are a little worried right now. That's not to say that scalping is always the right way to go about it. I'm just saying that, yeah, sometimes you'll look back and be like, I'm glad I scalped. Other times you're going to be looking like, oh man, I scalped and I left so much money on the table. But as of right now, scalpers got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. I'm out and done. I thought your stop loss was VWAP, Richard. Maybe I misread. Kelvin, are you talking about you lost on your flip trade? Which is okay. Like, yeah, you'll either usually make a couple bucks or lose a couple bucks. Now I'm revenge trading. I'm so confused. I thought you were just doing a scalp trade or flip trade, Kelvin. Then you chose to try to do a scalp real quick. All right. Well, remember on the 25K accounts, you only got that 15K of wiggle room. So what are we thinking here, Kelvin? Are we going long or are we going short? What's the plan? You got to think if this, but that it seems like a big if. I was going to say, you got to think if this thing can push up through all these areas. I mean, we got the 200 period. We have the previous session's close, which is that orange line. We have the 21 EMA. We have the VWAP. I mean, if it can push up through there, you got to think that it could make a nice pop, but I don't know. Like I said, that seems like a pretty big if. Somehow my 5-minute got hidden. Lost my mojo. Can't make any calls right now. Childlike Innocence is short. Yeah, I mean, I should probably get short here. I got just to put the stop right up here. Yeah, I can do that with one. It seems a little sketchy. What if I get in 20? Oh yeah, that's like I'll risk $20 on it, so I got to get in like right here though. So sell. Yeah, there we go. With slippage, maybe a little bit more, but I'll take a $20 risk on it. Oh, come on, fill me here. Actually, I'll go a little bit less. There we go. So now I'm even less than 20 bucks on the risk. But it's got to hit that yellow line or red line first. Hit that yellow line. Do I not know my colors? Hit that red line first and then come flushing down through that yellow line. We'll see if it wants to do it or not. Like I said, I'm a little on this one, so that's why I'm baking in the factor via the position size and contract type. I got to get filled first. Come on. And I'm in. All right, in. Oh, it's at. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And out. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Well, that one just didn't care. It just didn't care. Oh, boy. Is there news? I don't know. Well, that's why I want to use stop loss, folks. Is there a tweet? That was quite the move. Yeah, exactly, Wes, that I'm thinking. Did you get short there, Kelvin? Did you go short there with me? If so, that's why we use stop losses, my friend. I'm still in the game. Still in the game. Only a mere flesh wound. I don't know, maybe Kelvin bought there. 5 minute, we got some issues though. All seriousness, I probably should have taken that short at that. Look at that. You have the 50 period and the 200 period right at the same level. So seemingly a double whammy of resistance could be right there. So if this were to pull back from where it is right now, would not be shocking. Of course, there's no guarantees, but I don't know. If there was some sort of Trump tweet or something, then this thing could... Ooh, now we're right at the purple line there. Oh, boy. Why do you have two profit amounts? Because there are two contracts. In futures, there's different types of contracts. And I trade NQ. So right here is just the normal NQ. And then right here is a little brother of it, the MNQ. MNQ is just less volatile. If you like volatility, though, if you love volatility, then yeah, that's going to knock your socks off. Retest, then short. My plan. All right. You are welcome. Good question. Then I could have put a stop a little bit. What is that? Am I just trying to step in front of a freight train? Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out now. The way it just cut up on the 5 minute through what I would have figured would have been a nice solid double whammy, and it really, it paused there for a little bit, but not really that long. So I'm gonna sit this one out on the short side. Do we know? Was there a tweet or something? Again, that's why everybody, you got to manage risk. You got to use stop losses. Imagine if I had gotten stubborn and been like, nope. That loss is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not worth it. No ego. Just cut the loss. Live to fight another day. Call it the Monty Python reference. Okay, well, that was an unintended reference. I think I've seen that a long time ago, but not enough to... Oh, is that a mere flesh wound? Is that where I got that from? Maybe that's from that point. Yeah, I didn't realize it was from that movie, though. They are the same volatility, but each tick is 1 time. Well, yeah, you're right, Brian. I just mean like position volatility. Like your P&L is going to be much more volatile with the NQ. So that's what I meant, the position volatility itself. Hey, can we get 4 more likes? Do we have 4 more likes out there to at least hit the goal of 125 likes? If you are enjoying, and if you have not yet hit that like button, like I said, I'll keep the stream going as long as we have a steady increase in likes. So I have learned that I have to ask, though. If I don't, then people won't do it. And a lot of people have said, hey, thanks for the reminder. So yeah, if you're enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. Yep, glad I did not short at the purple line there like I was thinking, because that would have also been a losing trade. Now I'm wondering, do I get short right there? But once again, it just seems like Yeah, no, that's fair enough, Brian. But at the end of the day, I would say that, I mean, what ultimately matters, though, is the position volatility. Like, that's what people are going to be thinking, okay, like, how fast do things fluctuate? But I get what you're saying, too. Don't step in front of the bus. Yeah, I hear you. Kelvin, where you at? What's the trade, man? I really hope Kelvin didn't go short here and then deployed his no stop loss. Because if so, I think his account's gone. Kelvin, I didn't just read the situation right, did I? You didn't get short right here with me, but the difference being you didn't put in a stop loss? Okay, if Kelvin doesn't reply, it's probably because he's totally on tilt right now and doesn't want to talk about it anymore, which I get it. I get. So I will assume the worst if we don't hear from him. I've been there. I get it. I'm thinking that he went short here, which, again, I would argue completely valid. Where I got short, that made sense. Look at all this congestion. But then that move just boom like that. But if he didn't have a stop loss, like I said, like I'm thinking Kelvin maybe didn't have a stop loss. Then on the short side, that is account roasted. So yeah, that was one of those moves where scalping that trend line break was definitely the right way to go about it. But to be just to really drive that home, that's not me saying therefore you should always scalp. Like scalping, like you get a move and you just scalp. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's always a question that all traders have to face. Should I be scalping out and just taking the green that I see right now, or should I give it a chance to work? The people that gave it a chance to work on that one from the short side, losing trade. He's with me holding hands to the bridge. Come on, Richard. Tomorrow's a new day. You'll be fine. I went long at 5:29 and exited. Well, Jillian, why don't you tell us that you were going to go long there before you did it? Come on, Jillian. Don't be holding back on us. I don't know. This might be pullback, buying pullback worthy. We'll see. Ultimately, though, with full hindsight in our favor, a pretty choppy day, really, when you stop and just think about it. But within the chop, there's opportunities, as you've seen here. Your nerves get to you. Well, uh-oh. You don't want to be nervous when you're trading. Try just trailing your stops to each swing point as they created. All right, well, Kelvin, I think Kelvin just blew up those 5 accounts that he just got. That's all right, Kelvin. If you happen to listen back to this in the archive, it's all right. It's all right. Just keep your head up. Yeah, that line can get out of here. I don't know. Could that line still be valid? Maybe. I'm going to keep that line in here for now. You live in Iowa. I do. I used to live in Michigan. I live in Iowa now. Terrible state, though. Traffic everywhere. Mean people. High taxes. Terrible scenery. All you see is corn. That's it. Iowa's one massive cornfield. That's it. If you're going to move somewhere, I hear Florida's nice. Here California's nice. Here Oregon, Washington's nice. Here Idaho's nice. I hear Tennessee is great. I lived in the Grand Rapids area. Not meaner than Boston. It's not. Oh, no. We make Boston people look like Mother Teresa. Iowa people make Boston people look like Mother Teresa. Washington in the building. Yeah. Move to Washington. That's great there, too. It's great there, too. Iowa's a terrible state. No need to move. Don't even think about moving here. Unless you love traffic. All right. This 580 mark has really... It's been quite the level. Even going back here, 580 was a level. It did break there, produced the breakout, but then we went right there to acting as resistance. So now is it going to act as resistance again? That's the question right now. Then why don't you move? Because I love traffic, and I like people being mean to me, and I like high taxes, and I like having no scenery. That's why. Why did you move to Iowa? That's a more in-depth conversation than what's really suitable for here. Hey, have you been to Pizza Ranch? I have been to Pizza Ranch. We had those in Grand Rapids, Michigan, though. It's like a Dutch thing. Clay, not sure if you have replied or not. I may have missed it. Can you please answer me? I'm trying to set up Tradovate right now. Man, I'm glad I did this video. There you go. Demetrius, you can check out that video. That'll help you out. Just got a quote. $350. I think you might be missing something. Why don't we go high in this jump? Your prediction was pretty spot on. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Did you get the storms last night? Nope. They totally missed us completely. Minnesota got hammered by them, though. Yeah, I hear Seattle's beautiful. Again, I apologize if I don't get your. I'm not ignoring anybody. Sometimes I lose track of things. I'm on the 5-minute chart. If next candle closes below 580, I'm going short. All right, I like it. Before we know, good light, childlike innocence. I live in New Jersey. Just had a massive wildfire here, over 15,000 acres of pine. Wow. Still burning, I believe. Mostly contain no light. Well, yeah, that's good, Jillian. Okay, I shoot people as long at 550. Stop. Ooh, 550. That's looking like a good entry. Where is the stop at? 542. All right, well, looking good for you so far, shoot people. Red Tiger, I feel like 580 was a resistance point on I saw overnight. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I mean, 580 has been quite the level over the course of the past couple hours. Resistance, and then even right now, still kind of acting as resistance right around that area. Let's see. They were talking like it was going to be the apocalypse last night, but my area was a nothing burger. Yeah, they did really seem to be. Like, my Facebook feed was getting blown up by it and stuff like that because the algorithms can tell all that stuff. But they were calling this like last Friday. They're on Friday here in Iowa. They're like, oh, we're in the dead center of, and it's like, well, that's kind of like 4 days away. It seems like things can change. Well, our models, it's like, okay, well, your models are, I don't know. Like, your trend line was a perfect prediction. Why didn't you go in for the high? I don't remember. I don't even know what trend line you're talking about. I don't remember. Leaving them with you have to remember that I'm trying to talk with people, have a conversation, think about my trades. There's been sometimes living with a life, like I'm literally watching, but I'm like ranting about something or I'm talking about something I'm passionate about. So I'm watching, but I'm not comprehending what I'm watching because I'm talking about something else. So and that's what I mean right here. Like, I literally have no idea what trend line you're even talking about. So I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to be, sarcastic or anything with you. I literally don't know. Sorry for spamming. Oh, I don't think you spam. Hey, come on, 2 more likes. We got 2 more likes out there, don't we? Let's just get this up to 125. In fact, we're doing this. It's 2:45, so to get this thing going for at least another 15 minutes, we need 2 more likes. We need 1 more like. Let's just get this up to 125. 128, there we go. All right, perfect. The party shall continue. You forgot. Okay, that's good to know that reminders help because people do forget. I always wonder how much do those things matter? People, this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I think people talk about the London and the Asia highs just because I want to sound smart. Now, I am open to be proven wrong on that. If there's data that's that supports that like the London high and the Asian high and all that stuff matters, I'm open to be proven wrong. But I personally think people just like to talk that way because it makes them sound like they're like really smart, like legit. Oh man, let's keep an eye on that London high. Asian high. I mean, really, doesn't really matter. Again, I am 100% open to be proven wrong if somebody's got like statistics that show that to me. But it is my current position that people just talk about that stuff because it makes them sound extra smart. Cool. Well, if you want a good quality computer that'll knock your socks off, there you go, protege. Thank you for your work. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out. Do I need to pay for No, Demetrius. When you go and do the prop firm, the one that I'm recommending, you'll pick this, you get the size of the account you want, the purchasing power, and then that right there includes your data fees, all that sort of stuff. So you don't have to pay extra for anything. That is your all-in cost. It's $105. Nothing else goes with that. Childlike is in for the short. All right. I think a lot of that is all just confirmation bias, Brian. Because if it was really that easy, oh, look, the price is down below those highs. And if those levels attract the price, well, let's just buy. Let's just go long. In my opinion, it's a little bit more difficult than that. And when you get a sweep of the highs, the Bayside order gets filled, sending price. Yeah, that sounds all just a whole lot of confirmation bias. Because, it swept the highs. These liquidity sweeps. I don't know who invented that term, but not that this makes me right, but I've been teaching since 2013. Back in my day, or the way I teach them, I was just like, it was a fake breakout or a fake breakdown. To be fair, I guess a liquidity sweep sounds a little cooler than a fake breakout or fake breakdown. But you don't know that it was a liquidity sweep until it's already happened. So it's just it tends to do liquidity sweeps. Really? Okay, well then I guess you always short the breakout because if it's a liquidity sweep. So I don't know. Yeah, I personally think a lot of that stuff is just smoke and mirrors, just gimmick stuff. That's my opinion, though. Because a lot of that stuff has built-in presuppositions like, it's like, well, yeah, it could be a liquidity sweep, whatever you want to call it, but maybe it's a genuine breakout. But I don't know where all these terms came from, but whoever invented them, well done. They sound cool. Well, yeah, you need confirmation. So, there's nothing magical about it. So, in other words, you just need confirmation that's a fake breakout. Okay. Again, London highs, I don't see it. I think that's just people wanting to sound smart. Something is wrong then because my chart is delayed. Demetrius, do you have a prop firm, Demetrius? Let's start there. Did you get a take profit account? Let's start there, Demetrius. What's the vocabulary for that diagonal line? This? Right here? You did, yes. Okay. So when you log into your take profit account, do you see something that has a username and password for Tradeovate? Yeah, that's a trend line. I don't know. Should we rename these things to something that sounds really cool? Like the potential liquidity sweep Iron Monkey backhand. Let's do that. This is the potential liquidity sweep Iron Monkey backhand. That's what that is. We're not calling these things trend lines anymore. Okay, well, Did you take that information and log into Tradeovate, Demetrius? Yeah, exactly. You got to use code Clay. Nathan's absolutely right. Living with the team. Like, I already explained that to you because I'm not always paying attention. Like, when I'm just talking with people, I'm watching the screen, but I'm not comprehending what I'm seeing. There's been many times where I'm like, I have no idea why I didn't get in, or I don't remember canceling the order. It's weird. It's hard to explain unless you live through it. So I look for a breaker to form. Oh, okay. For the FVG. All right. You're one of the students of that one dude. Got it. All right, that makes sense. The guy that reinvented everything and just started naming things that have been around forever, like new things. Like this FVG, this fair value gap, like that's nonsense. It's just made up stuff. Like it's always existed. Like I looked at that, I'm like, no, that's just normal trading. Like what are we talking about here? Oh no, I'm not offended. I'm just saying I'd already explained like why I didn't do anything with the trend line because I'm literally like talking about other stuff right now. So I'm barely even. Oh, I guess we should focus here though. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you do use. They're not his concepts. That's the funny thing. I know he's built a cult there, from my understanding, from what people have told me. It's like a cult, and it is a cult because people are that are like his concepts. No, he's just the fact that he thinks that the fact that people think that those are his concepts is like, okay. Like he's taking stuff that has always existed and then just like, anyways. I know very little, but I know like wasn't like he claimed to have been kidnapped by like market makers or something. I don't know. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying like to call these things fair value gaps. Like that's just a made up term. Like they work. It's just everything is repackaged like it's some sort of like new thing. I have logged into a demo account and it is active. Okay. Did you log into your so the information, Demetrius, that tells you on your dashboard your username and password. You took that information and you went to TraderView and you logged in using that information. Mammon, we've already had this discussion. When you can give me 100% of your attention, maybe we'll talk more. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I mean, I know, to be fair, I'm a little guilty of that. Like within my mentorship, I'll like rename things just to display a concept. But like that's very different than like calling things like the clay trader. I don't. It's just weird. It's just weird. Yeah, I took the information and logged in with that. I did not create my own account. Okay, well then it shouldn't be delayed. What are you looking at right now? Are you looking at on your chart? Are you looking at N whoops Q M 5? Is that where you're looking at? No, man. It's you no. You go trade your small cap stocks and your options, buddy. Looking at the same exact things like yours, but it has orange delayed by data 10 minutes, it says. All right, well, I'm not sure. You'll have to reach out to Take Profit Trader then. Mine's, yeah, I have no idea. That's right, childlike innocence. Welcome to the club. Everybody's going to be wrong from time to time. So somebody asked, do you have an idea of the pro? Yeah. So right here, it tells you what the test is. So like on, if you're getting 50,000 purchase power, the test is you've got to be able to make 3,000, not allowed to lose 2,000 though. It tells you the most you could buy in a single trade. So this is not per day, this is per trade. Are 6 of the very volatile contracts or 60 of the smaller ones. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, so that's what it's telling you on the site. It's telling you what the tests are and what the criteria is for each one. And you'll notice, so if you have more buying power, well, then you got to make more money. On the flip side, though, they also allow you to lose more. So the 100, now you're at 6, and they'll let you lose 3. On the other side of things with the 25,000, you've got to make 1,500. Not allowed to lose 1,500, though. Okay, Demetrius, when did you get this account? Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe Emmy is helping out. Same with me, Demetrius. You have to upgrade your account for the live feed. What do you mean by that, Captain Oblivious? So I can help people better in the future and give them answers. What do you mean upgrade your account? An hour ago. All right, That's fine. Brian, do your thing. That's great. I'm just saying, like, I'm just not convinced that, all those other things really matter. Like the London high, the Asian high, all that stuff. I think that's just stuff that people throw out there to try to make whatever they're doing. I'm not saying I'm just saying like the people are like, oh, this, and this. Some people just want to like talk in ways that make them sound extra smart. But I am persuadable to, if somebody can show me data about how the London high and all this stuff makes a whole lot of sense. Like, but eventually, I mean, I would also argue like my chart in some ways is already very cluttered. I got the trend lines. I got, the previous session's closed. Do I actually need that? I don't know. I got the VWAP. I got the 21. I got the 50. I got the 200. I got the overnight high. And now, am I supposed to like mark out the London high and the London low and the Asian high? Like at some point, like where do you draw the line? That's just my point. Like yes, you can make yourself look super smart if you have 18 monitors and 400 time frames and 732 different indicators. Like they have that stuff, and you got all this stuff mapped out. I got the London midpoint and I got the London 15-minute range, and it's like okay, that's cool you talking that way, but at some point, where is like enough? Yeah. I'm not, and I'm talking, and I think you know this, but just so I know, like, I'm trying to run multiple conversations at once and look at the chart, so I'm probably not as clear as possible. I'm not attacking you per se. I'm just talking kind of the general idea of like a lot of people talk about a lot of things, and it's like okay, yeah, but at some point we just got to figure out what's going to work best for us and not have it be, paralysis by analysis. So like the fact that I'm glad that you don't have all that stuff mapped out because it's proven kind of where we're at. So we're on the same page. But yeah, sorry, I'm clearly failing miserably at trying to juggle multiple conversations here while doing customer service for Demetrius here. And a contract is basically multiple entries from the same account. Correct, Living T. Yeah, yep. Awesome. Just had to log back in. Hey, ME, good job. Okay, so in the future, if somebody's having delayed data, the answer is just to log out, and back in. Well, that was easy. All right. Okay, you do not have to upgrade. All right, thank you, ME. Appreciate it. Wait, so a contract is basically... Yeah. Yeah, exactly what Mike says. If they all make sense to you, do your thing, but at a certain point, it just becomes information overload. Yeah, exactly. So, good point. Good point. But so is it true or is it not true that this, and I'm not naming any names because I like I said, I don't want to be driving people to stuff that is, but it, like, is it actually true, like, that this person claimed to have been kidnapped by market makers and stuff like that? Or is that all kind of just... Okay, TNXP, I'm just going to delete that out. That looks just like a pump. I won't ban him, but that's going to get deleted out. That's just a straight-up pump right there. Clay, do you know if they are still doing the free activation approach? Yeah. Yeah, my code is the same as the code that they offer. Everybody's codes are the same. So if you want to support Dan, yeah, code Clay is the exact same as that. 0 promotion, free activation of the pro accounts, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't even know if we have a different viewpoint. I just think I was doing a very poor job of trying to manage multiple conversations because it sounds like we agree. Like, figure out what works, and then like just do that. But there does reach a point where like there's going to be too much stuff. Yeah, who knows? I'm still relatively new to all like I'm learning that the futures world and prop firm world kind of has quite a bit of drama in it. So and usually I just try to keep my head down. I'm still trying to keep my head down. Just trying to do my own thing. Never been on a never been on anybody's podcast or anything. I have my own podcast, but never done one from anybody else. Just because, like I said, whoa. What time is it? That's random. Did you guys see that spike? Whoa, where did that come from? All right, Mike, I'm going to delete that just because I don't like his name or that name there. But yes, okay, that makes me feel better that I'm not like talking out of my backside on that. News? What's the news? Some must be less tariffs or something. What's the news? Oh, there we go. Gilead Sciences. No, that can't be it. At top of my CNBC is Gilead Sciences to pay $202 million to settle claims of kickbacks to doctors for. No, that definitely can't be it. Crazy thing is, few weeks ago, like this candle would have been like 150 points, but at this point, this candle was like 35 points, which is good. That's still a big move. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, things are finally calmed down a little bit. And I really want to buy here. It's at that pivot point up there. So the brown dotted line on the 5-minute is a pivot point. So that's kind of where it's struggling right now. Can we erase the trend lines? No. Yeah, no, I'm at this point, I'm just going to leave it out there just because who knows? Maybe this trend line will come back into play. We'll see. I am interested in buying a pullback here to the overnight high. So we'll see if it wants to come down here. I'd be interested in buying that. So we'll see. Does it want to give us a pullback? But I'm not buying here. That seems too much like a FOMO and a chase. Even in some chases, for it to come down here, almost is still a chase because we are very far away from all the moving averages. So it's getting pretty extended up. We'll have to see. All right, let's make the new goal 150. So we are 16 alike from 150 likes. So if you have not hit that like button, let's keep it moving on the upwards trend here. Okay, coming down, coming down. Come on. Oh boy, why do you got to hit right now? Why do you got to do this to me? Yeah, no, this is not gonna. Why do you gotta do this to me? No! Oh, I can't. Just bear with me. Oh, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. Oh, you bladder. I put up a good fight, though. Coffee, water for 3 hours. I put up a good fight. I just couldn't do it anymore. Now that's a liquidity grab right there. Yep. That was a liquidity grab. On CNBC, you have Treasury Secretary Bassat Tots. Okay, whatever. I don't care what the Treasury. Yeah, everybody's always touting stuff. Checking news and tweets. Don't see anything. Outstanding liquidity. Yeah. All right, maybe I can still get the thing here. Oh, did that hit the overnight low? I don't know. Maybe I would have been filled. If I had put it right at the overnight low, I would not have been filled because it didn't hit it exactly. But could I have seen myself put it maybe slightly above? Yeah, I could have. That would have been a nice little trade there, but I couldn't do it anymore. My focus was, I mean, you get it. You get it. I put up a good run, though. Put up a good run. Maybe I don't really like this candle here. I would not buy it here, just because this candle was strong. There was a push, and now all of a sudden the bears have shown back up. So with this sort of candle, I'm not going to be interested in buying again at that point. But yeah, this would have been a beautiful, beautiful move right off that. Man, just go trade at small caps, man. Remember, futures is your third on the list. You want to trade small cap stocks. You want to trade options, even though I've proven that those make no sense. I'm never gonna forget you, man. You have become very unique in my mind as far as the live stream is concerned. After going on about 3 months here, you will stick out in infamy. No, you would have to be insane to ever even want to do small caps when Pam's plan exists. That's what's insane. And the fact that you can't connect those dots. I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if you're just a troll or if you're just not like, if I don't know. Like, I like to, yeah, no, you are insane then. Like, so you like, mathematically, you are insane. Insane be defined as doing things that don't make sense. And what you're doing, mathematically speaking, does not make sense. Like, logically does not make sense. Logic being defined as math, right? Because if you think about it, that's what math is. Math is a sequential structure of things, which is logic itself. Logic is order. We see order through math. So I can mathematically show you that what you want to do does not make sense. It is, so by definition, you are literally irrational. You are insane. But Mammon, I have officially learned that you just don't listen. In there. Just one. It's very, very minimal. So I'm not going to make a whole lot, but if it goes against me, I'm not going to lose a whole lot either. So there's my stop. Let's see if this... I can't stand when it blinks like that. Why does Trade of 8 do that sometimes? It's like seizure-inducing. Very basic premise. I'm either going to get some rollback over here, or it's going to pop up and take me out for a few bucks, but we'll see. Come on. Needs to come down more in my favor before I move my stop. Again, this is one of these things. If I was a scalper, I could be scalping out right now and be a green. So this is one of these things where am I choosing wrong to not scalp? Because right there, you saw it. I was in the green for the scalp. Right now, you know, like I said, I could scalp out. But again, in this situation, I'm choosing not to scalp. I want to give this thing a chance. So we'll have to let hindsight be our judge and see if this was a poor decision on my part or not. I'll do that as my target. So this is what, about, I don't know, 4 to 1? 4 to 1 here? That's an eyeball test. Hey, it stopped. No, no, I jinxed it. So give or take about a 4 to 1 risk reward ratio here, if I can get this thing to come down. So I'll either rue the day, oh, I should have scalped out. Or if I scalp out right now and then it goes down and hits that level, I'll be like, oh, why did I leave so much on the table? But we're going to let this one play out. Uh-oh. And not even in the good situation. Man, insanity is doing what when people are like, hey, that's not a good idea, and you still do it. That's what insanity is. And that's what people have been trying to tell you. And like, that's literally, we've had multiple people show up that you've seen that are like, yeah, I used to do small cap stocks. I used to day trade options. And compared to Pam's plant, yeah, I'm never going back to those other things. But you just don't want to listen because you're insane in that regard. Again, I'm short, trying to see if this is some sort of top. Come on, hit that target. A little bit more, my friend. Oh, my. Oh! All right, at this point, I think I can get a little bit more from it. Let's move it down here. All right, now I'm at, what, I don't know, at least a 5 to 1? Come on. All right. I think that was still 4 to 1. So took that out. Another nice little trade there. I don't know. That might have even been 5 to 1 already. So good little trade there. I thought your blinking entry was the short signal. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is. It is the short signal. Not going to bombard you with 21 questions as I'm learning, but is there any way you can predict fake? I'm just going to give you this, and you can do with it what you will, but you're clearly interested in, and I'm not, because yes, there is, but that's the sort of stuff I talk about here. But like here, it's not really the time or place because it's more in depth and there's several pieces that you need to start to consider for that sort of stuff. But if you're looking for my structured education, then that can be found right there. Again, do with it what you will, but that's this type of stuff where it can't be explained properly in this sort of context. But yeah, if you want to check that out, would love to have you join the program. If not, totally fine too. All right, I'm feeling good because it never did hit. I moved it down some more. I think it would have hit my original one. I think I got out at my original target before I moved it down, I think. Volume put for a delta is a good way to determine. That's so poor logic. I can't believe I keep interacting with this. So if you've started a diet that immediately people are like, hey, that diet, and here's the data, here's the math, here's everything that says that diet doesn't make any sense. According to you, what has been started must be finished. So I'm going to keep doing it, even though all the data, all the logic, all the math tells me I shouldn't do it. But I started it, therefore I'm going to finish it. That's the, like, are you serious? That's terrible logic. What are you even talking about with that nonsense? You are speaking nonsense. It's like a little kid that's determined they're going to cross the highway, the expressway, without looking both ways by themselves. And then you like map out like good reasoning of why it's probably not a good idea to just walk across the highway with a blindfold on. And then they look back at you and say, what has been started must be finished. Like, what do you, like, just, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, you're right. I do. Thank you. You're right. Yeah, exactly, Brian. But you guys are right. This guy just, I don't even know. I don't know if he's a troll or what's going on, but I am wasting my breath at this point. Thank you for the reminder. Oh boy. Do I try the short again? Ooh, it just popped up a little bit. At this point, I'm going to have to pass on that one. 9 likes away from 150. Come on, let's get this up to 150. Hit that like button if you're enjoying. Yeah, no. I was debating. I'm going to pass on this one. We'll let hindsight be our judge if that was smart or not. But yeah, I was thinking about getting short here. Stop loss, probably about right up here, just very tight. Up over 75 is what I would want it. Yeah, there we go. So if it hits that crosshair, that would be a losing trade. The white line right there means that's the high of the day. So in other words, as that white line, we're at basically the high of the day right now. We're putting in new highs for the day. Uh-oh, it'd be getting close to my stop again. That's what that crosshair up there is representing. I'm just doing a mental paper trade. Oh, I'd still be in by the skin of my teeth. I'd still be in by the skin of my teeth. Would not be feeling good about things, though. There we go. All right. So good. All right. Hindsight made me look smart on that one. Any idea what the ATM settings are where it says off on upper toolbar? Yeah, if you just click on that, you can bring up the settings. And then you can do whatever you want. I don't know if that's what, I'm not quite sure what your question is, but yeah, that's the ATM settings. And you can do where you want your take profit, your stop loss, loss tie. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff you can do with it. You can name it something cool. Wow. Nice breakout. Nice break. Did anybody take that long? Glad I didn't take it short. All right, likes have pretty much stalled out, so I'm thinking about just calling it good. Do I use hotkeys? No, I like trading with the chart. I can just click here and be like, if I want to sell, stop, buy. I got little buttons right here. So in a sense, these are kind of like hotkeys. It's a sweep, liquidity grab, get short. With a bald face iron donkey. I think that's what we're missing, Nathan. The bald face iron donkey did not show up. So we can't know. So I disagree. That's not a short because I didn't see a bald face iron donkey pivot point. So Nathan, you are a fool. I can't believe you said to get short without realizing there is no bald face donkey iron umbrella monkey. I don't know. Is there a pullback here to buy? Maybe this former breakout point. Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah, that's a less than a 10-point stop. I'll risk another 20 bucks. If it wants to pull back a little bit more. Oh, I did forget the unicorn. But is it a black or white unicorn? That makes a difference. Right? Looking to get long. That green line. In. Uh-oh. Should I just scalped? Oh, you dirty. There we go. All right, another little scalp right there. Very good. Oh, I forgot about the pink unicorn. That's true, Red Tiger. Me and Nathan, we totally forgot. Well, Nathan forgot about the black or white, and then I gave him a hard time. And oh, the irony, because I forgot about the pink unicorn. We're on the struggle bus with remembering our terminology. Hope Kelvin's doing all right. Kelvin, are you still here? Do you want to talk now? Mark for footed. Hey Clay, do you ever look at or play the Russell or the Dow? I find it to sometimes be less risky. I don't, Mark. Nope. I kind of and you're right. If you find that to be less risky and that fits your personal risk tolerance better, then yeah, go for that. I need some movement. I need a little bit more. Not to say that those don't move, but I just need a little bit more movement than those are. And the funny story with the Dow, so the YM, I don't know what the deal is. To be fair, this was more so when I was just moving into futures. Okay, I might be exaggerating here a little bit, but I don't think by much. But I've got to be like 0 for 10 on the YM. Like, I don't think I've ever made money trading the YM. The YM is just the futures for the Dow Jones. So, man, again, I don't know if it was over 10, but yeah. So, no, I don't trade those. But that's kind of my little thing with the YM. It's like the YM hates me. NVIDIA, new high of day. All right, for NVIDIA. Yeah, they vary at times for real good movement. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Just do what works for you. Oh, the unicorn is actually a thing? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know things are getting spicy when just jokes turn into, actually, that's a real thing. It's like, oh, okay. It's sort of like advanced options, though, right? I mean, those names are great. There's nothing funner than to create your own advanced options. You got, the butterfly. What are the other ones? There's butterfly spreads. There's, what's the other type? There's the straddle. What is the other one? I know there's iron condors. Thank you. Yeah, there's iron condors. Yeah, then there's iron butterflies. There's just condors. Yeah, there's nothing funner than making up those strategies because like that could actually be legit. Like you could go up to somebody in the options world and be like, listen, I do the bald face peanut butter spread. And they'd be like, tell me more. And they'd be dead serious. Oh, yeah, the strangles. Yes. Yeah. But you could literally say that to somebody. The bald face eagle, butter, peanut butter spread. And they'd be all for it. They would be all for it. All right, well, the likes have totally stalled. And we're basically at 3.5 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. But please let me get my sales pitch in if you don't mind. I'm doing a webinar on Thursday. It is free. So if you want to come learn about tools I'm using, how I build consistency, how I manage risk, all that sort of stuff, then check out that link that I just put in the chat room there. Would love to have you, and it'll be a good time. I think there's something for everybody, whether you're new or struggling, or maybe just want a potentially different angle on things. Maybe there's something there for you. And if you do want to trade alongside me and some other really good traders, if you want to network with really good traders, check out the community right there. It's not free, but it's I think very fairly priced. And like I said, it's a great way if you want to surround yourself with other good quality traders. So check that out. And then as far as if you want to do Pam's Plant, step one is get yourself into the prop firm. So if you use that link right there and then code Clay, that'll give you the best deal possible within the prop firm space. And then still, if you have not hit that like button, if you could do that, it'd be great to get this up over 150 likes minimum. Even if you're just watching the archive, please consider hitting that like button. So overall, another good stream, 145 likes, good stuff here. And I will be back tomorrow at the latest 11 a.m. Eastern. So if this was your first stream, hopefully you enjoyed yourself. It was great having you. And like I said, if you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button. But to the regulars, I'll see you back tomorrow. Like I said, 11 a.m. Eastern at the very latest. Take care, everybody.